doing all of the servant things and is almost doing them kind of impatiently, like she's not used to not having that job.
God. Do we need
Uh,
to go on a job hunt?
and she notices that you come out of your trance, and she goes up to you and says, "I know we had a fun night, but there are some happenings that are going on around town that I think you should be aware of." And she's kind of hyper about relating to you the details of this strike force that was um, sent to the Leviathan's shrine, basically. Uh, and it gets a little bit into it before you interrupt her and basically tell her this is something that the entire party needs to know. So you all meet up again, pretty much in the middle of the road, and she suggests an inn that you can all go to for food or whatnot. You all kind of just walked out of your houses after getting ready or whatnot. She suggests an inn called the Archer and the Pipe. The Archer and Pipe.
Sure, what could go wrong?
I guess we're going to the Archer and the Pipe.
Let's go to the Archer and the Pipe.
Yeah. And yeah, nothing goes wrong making it there. She guides you through the city on your way to it. You're walking through many different, not necessarily districts, but like layers of the city, as the city is built basically climbing up the mountain that it was built into. And on each layer, you're seeing just how much effort it was to comprise the strike force, as you're seeing a lot of the aftermath of it now in the people around you. And it's not like you're walking through carnage or anything, but you are walking through like hastily set up shacks with a bunch of cots that you're seeing druids just magic out of the wood that the shack was built atop of. And people are being laid there. Some of them already have like blankets folded over their face and everything, signifying death. Others of them, you hear some cries of pain. You hear some other things that have happened. And something you notice about this is that you don't just see people from the land-dwelling races. You actually see some of the aquatic races that are also occupying some of these cots as you're walking through, and they have like these weird apparatuses if they are required to be if they require to breathe water and stuff like that. But pretty much as you were walking through to get to the inn, Trishula took on a more solemn air herself as she's walking. She's still doing it a bit hastily. Everything she's been doing since being freed of her servanthood has been in haste. Another thing, Fen, that you notice is that she does seem to still have a daylight weakness, as the way she is dressed right now is fully goth, fully covered, and she actually looks like she could be almost an assassin of some sort with the way she's dressed right now. Not a way you've ever really seen her dressed before.
Dressed like me.
Yeah, pretty much.
We're off to do the murder.
So with all the scatterings of shacks and tents that have been brought up to help the from the fallout of the attack on the shrine, you do make it to the inn where you are basically going to eat at, and she actually looks to you all and says, "All right, well, you've seen a lot of what I was about to reference to you guys walking here, which is kind of why I chose this place over here. Sorry for none of the servants serving you food. I kind of was busy while Fen was tranced. And I had plans, and one of those plans is, and you get led over to a table almost automatically by her, and the table is already well furnished with all the food any of you could ever want.
Would be rude not to.
And you see Trishula go, I will be right back. I'm just gonna go talk to the innkeeper real quick, say that you are all here, and relay. Do you have any messages that you would like to give anyone? The innkeeper would be able to get them out quickly.
Probably reach out and let Dad know that we're alive.
I was gonna say the same thing. Yeah, let him know that we're awake and alive, specifically.
I'm
we should-
awake. I'm
Probably let my mom know too.
Oh, your mom's gonna kill you.
getting some skillet songs up
Yeah.
in here.
Kind of why I've been afraid to do that.
Something else of note that has been kind of happening, and it's in the back of Xavier's mind as you guys have been following Trishula to this inn, is that Xavier, you get you don't have a sense good and evil active right now, but you have more of a sense of basically various otherworldly beings, and you can definitely tell that Trishula is like coming up on your senses as one of them. You basically have like a sixth sense for this going on right now.
Basically, I just noticed that they're more than average. Like there's something else.
Currently, you are able to tell that she is an undead. You are specifically able to tell, as long as they're an otherworldly being, not the sense good and evil. What's the sense racist one that your divine?
Naval awareness.
What's the divine power let you sense? I forget. The divine senses one.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
I'm looking for it right now. You can sense anything affected by the hollow spell or know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead. It also
Alright.
says as an action you can detect good and evil.
So in this case, it almost feels like as she's walking away and comes back towards you, you're getting a gauge of the distance of this detection, and even as she disappears from sight behind a wall and comes back, you can still sense her for a little bit, and you get the feeling that the sense is reaching out to about 10 feet, and you can sense her chiming in as an undead from about 10 feet away before she finally fades fully from your ability to sense it.
So like a kind of passive version of it that goes up to 10 feet.
Yes.
The first of many things I'm sure I'm not ready to discover about myself.
And yeah, she takes both of your messages in kind and goes to deliver them to the innkeeper. And the innkeeper herself actually comes up and greets you all. And
Hello.
hello, I am Ninon. Something you notice about Ninon is that her eyes are immediately catching because they aren't a normal human, elf, or anything like that eye color. They almost have like a golden glow to them that she's not bothering to repress at all. And she is within 10 feet. You do not realize. You do not notice if she is any of the three.
Okay.
I've heard much about you, and you have just come back from slaying one of my kin.
It was him. I pointed Xavier.
You're gonna have to be more specific.
Okay, no. Don't say it like that.
But however, continuing before you do respond, Xavier, as soon as Fen does that, you know how people have those knee-jerk reactions to just look in that direction or whatnot? So Fen goes, it was him, and for the briefest of moments, she does get that knee-jerk reaction to like glance in your general direction, which kind of betrays the calm air that she had, and then her eyes go wide, and she kneels down and goes, "My lord, you have been reborn."
Sorry, that's not necessary right now. It's okay.
It's proper for her to do so, Xavier.
I can still say it's not necessary at the moment. I have not yet done anything to deserve it other than kill something.
Yeah, wild how that works out.
From what I gather of the slaying of my brother, one, it was necessary, and two, it has helped his own soul to move on.
As unfortunate as it was, it does seem like it was necessary for it to happen, yeah.
Then pray hold no ill will towards what your actions have wrought. You are fine. I just came to introduce myself. If any of you need me, especially you, I am at your disposal. And to describe the rest of her looks, she basically has golden blonde hair, fine human features. She's not actually like looking like a dragon or like a dragonborn or anything like that. They are more on the fierce side of looks though, and otherwise her clothes are that of what you would imagine a normal innkeeper's to be, and there's nothing outside of her eyes that would be outwardly the most striking thing about her. She looks pretty well incognito. Trishula sits next to Fen and just kind of waits for any proceedings to happen or any questions you guys might have.
As my brother already mentioned, my name is Xavier. I don't think we've caught your name yet. Unless I just completely missed it.
Ninon?
Or Trishula. I don't.
Yeah. Which one are you talking to? Because Ninon already walked away.
I was about
One
to say,
who
I'm pretty sure Nine walked away already.
okay, well I was trying to take notes. Ninon?
Where's the J?
Oh, I spelt it wrong.
There are some beings in the world that don't need the J's, Reaper.
I definitely
I
spelled
don't
that wrong.
believe this. It's there, but it's not a physical it's not physically represented. That's
And then we're at the what was the name of the inn again?
yes.
Yes.
The archer and the pipe.
Archer and or inn?
The archer and pipe.
Archer and pipe. I was in the ballpark.
Yeah. The first time I said it, I added the, and it wasn't with the for the second one. So that's my bad.
I didn't expect it to be so easily recognized. But that makes sense. Given that dragons do have abnormal sight. Or better than normal sight.
Oh, she's an ancient dragon too, so she can definitely see.
Ancient dragon. Which makes sense.
It's actually a bit weird. A lot of the dragons have been making themselves more known throughout the years. And it's funny because a lot of them like to work as innkeepers or other more modest jobs. It's like they're keeping an eye on humankind.
Talking about over the past few years specifically, or like in like the past 50 years or something?
The past century or so.
Century or so.
Yeah, a few years.
It's the average couple years, I'm sure I'll get there eventually.
I just made this realization. It's kind of funny. Xavier is basically the Destiny equivalent of an Awoken.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even with the mask on, doesn't matter.
Yep. Funny.
I'm laughing right now, actually.
The hell's
Yeah,
an
I can hear it.
Awoken?
Awoken are basically reborn humans of a sort with just like more mystical powers to them, much like what the Aasimar are in D&D.
Okay.
These people.
They're kind of purple.
A lot of them are purple, yeah.
They are. They're
Some of them do
humans.
be blue.
Yeah. They're humans that basically they were on a ship, like a colony ship that disappeared into an anomaly.
How unusual.
I'm assuming they came back.
Well, yes. But that's why humanoid features and everything, but they're kind of blue and purple.
Like humans, but extra.
Humans, but colored differently.
You mean like other humans?
Yep.
Colored people don't exist.
It was a. That's. Man, we just might want to stop the stream right there.
That's
delete
why I
that.
stop talking.
And just start from. Let's just. Yeah, we're just starting a little late, Meiser. Let's just start from the beginning.
Sorry, my potato took an extra 40 minutes.
The crayon box was different. That's what I was going with.
Oh, are we Marines now?
I don't know if
Oh,
V has actually gained an audience ever yet, but holy shit, we need to do a hard stop on that one there, Kit.
Jesus.
I like how we had time to think about it. And still said it.
Oh, I didn't finish the sentence on purpose.
Oh, because nobody knows how that was gonna end.
There was enough of the sentence, man. This isn't like, oh, I'm digging myself a grave. I'm gonna stop 2 feet in. No, you're like a quarter of a foot short.
Hey, just because I'm not tall doesn't mean anything.
Mommy soft.
Anyways. We want to go back to the game.
Yeah. Or somebody gets canceled.
Used by Kit do not represent what the rest of us think.
Not a legal sponsor.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so whose name were you asking?
I was asking about the barkeep or the innkeeper.
Ah.
But I got the answer regardless. Because I have a feeling I should make notes about the different dragons that seem to, or that feel the need to introduce themselves to me, especially one that is the sister of a dragon I've recently killed.
Or you're like,
And-
an ancient dragon.
And also kneeled to you as an ancient dragon.
Just because ancient dragons are older doesn't mean they're more important. In
Oh, it
my eyes.
absolutely does.
I have to disagree.
As someone that's turned into different types of dragons, that one's more powerful.
I didn't say anything about how strong they are.
That one's really powerful.
Liz is just in shock, I guess. I can't even think of what to say. She just got a dumb look on her face, like, what?
Finn's got a shitty smile.
Just loosely gesturing to myself. If it wasn't obvious, I'm pretty sure I've been officially became the reincarnation of Bahamut at this point.
Well, if I'm honest, better you than me.
Yeah, you seem like you didn't want the wings anymore last I saw you were working with them.
No, I definitely still do.
You're trying real
Otherwise, I
hard to
would.
take them out.
Well, that. You know, I didn't exactly do that.
Not exactly.
My weapon, and just summon a dagger in my hand out of nothing.
That's still weird.
Was upset.
Oh, he just saw the DM. He just stopped talking.
Yeah. Hold on. Oh shit. Okay. Neat. Now, is that on top of everything, or is this to replace something?
That is, as far as you can tell, on top of other things you could already do.
Neat. I don't need some things now, which is wonderful. That's less things to carry around.
Just still just like how, bam, conversation stopped.
My weapon was upset that I wasn't killing things with it. But instead was using the powers of Bahamut, technically, to turn into a giant dragon. So,
Yeah, better me than you, for sure.
and
Trishula pipes in. Does that mean you need to bow to Xavier too?
oh
No, nobody
no!
needs
That's
to bow to me.
Oh, let's not go. Let's not be too hasty.
okay, Saroj.
Look, certain cultural things should be observed.
Cool. Nobody needs to bow to me because I haven't done anything to deserve this yet.
I mean,
Well,
did
you
just-
kill
You
a
did
I
just
giant
like,
world guardian.
I killed the Ward Guardian as it was on the verge of death. Already.
It was
it was
I didn't
still
realize
very much alive enough.
235 health left was the verge of death.
For the World Guardian?
Yeah.
Pretty sure it is.
I mean,
You see that guy?
235 out of 236. That's a lot. 235 out of 10,000. That's on death's door.
It was out of 1,000.
That man
lot.
might have not survived to walk across the street. I'm not sure.
We do have very dangerous streets in this country.
Now I'm not sure
Bombers-
if we're like figuring out more about Will downplaying his own achievements, or we're figuring out about Xavier downplaying his achievements. Which one are we doing here?
Yeah, it could be
Yes.
either, honestly.
It's a little bit of both, I think. I unless something very miraculous happens and he becomes a king of a thieves guild, probably not gonna bow to him. In fact, I don't actually know if it's Bahamut's power anymore that I have.
Whose power do you have?
Be nice to know, but we don't know.
I don't know how this is going to work, but if it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm going to form the shape of the being that I saw in like a little statue in the palm of my hand.
Your dagger basically shifts into that statue.
Well, this is ever changing. And
Hi, ever changing.
It's adorable.
it flips Savior off.
Oh, I love him so
Unnecessary,
much.
but understandable.
And this is my weapon, and now a part of me, and either altered, took, or is now using the power that I had. I can't explain it, if I'm honest. Weird shit's happening. I'm just along for the ride, and I'm not opposed to it.
So, is ever changing another god then?
I just thought of something so dirty, and I'm not gonna say it, but it made me laugh.
Well, now you've got me in suspense.
I can make a fleshlight.
That's not the only thing you can make. You are so like base level thinking with that.
I don't know where Miser's going. Definitely last night. I mean, somebody was watching, apparently.
It was definitely one of those things where Trishula could have just looked at you and went, "Oh, that's why you grew in size last night."
Well, sometime.
Uh,
More like I add
Arranged for my
padding to my
pleasure.
hips. Um, damn it.
Throw
Ridged
everything
for
off.
her pleasure.
Yep.
don't say technically a threesome last night. Don't say that.
All right, technically a
as long,
foursome.
well, you know what? If you're talking about ever changing, I don't care. But leave the Bahamut wings out of this, please.
No, at this point, I don't think I have power of Bahamut. I don't know if that power was cut off and altered or is now been replaced. I don't exactly understand the logistics of it. Ever changing, from what I can tell, is not a deity, but I do have a deity looking in my direction.
A deity or a brood?
That's a great question. I look at ever changing. Because I believe it was the deity of changelings, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, a deity, not a brood.
It is a deity, which means the
Uh,
other two. Okay.
um,
Hi, Maeve.
that's looking in my direction. So I don't know if that's necessarily like taking notice to me, or is potentially feeding power to me through ever changing. I don't know the logistics of this.
So you feel like he's probably training you or setting you up then? You know, like one of other, like me, basically.
I don't necessarily know if that's the route. I don't know if it's going to be a host for or a champion of.
Mm.
But although very weird as the statue just soaks back into my hand, can come pretty well in handy. Like, I don't need thieves' tools anymore as I produce thieves' tools and start juggling them. I don't need to carry weapons. I just have them. So if we ever get locked somewhere and they take all of our stuff, well, they didn't.
So can you only produce weapons for yourself?
I haven't tried. What kind of weapon do you want?
I just use swords, man. I don't know.
I will try to produce a longsword.
You produce a longsword and you put it on a table. On the table. On a table. Just a
On
random
a
table
I
somewhere.
just
Somewhere on
yeet
the end.
across the room onto somebody's table.
I'll try to pick it up.
Give me a Constitution save, Xavier.
Ew.
22.
You succeed, but you immediately retract your arm unless you want to continue to take a curse into yourself.
So So I noticed the curse, which is why I retract.
Yes.
I'll go ahead and not.
That's a choice.
Interesting. I don't want it.
What happened?
So there's something wrong with that. There's something not good about that sword.
Would
I'm sure Fenn's fine with it, but did not seem like it was gonna be super friendly towards me.
oh, maybe it just doesn't like you. I mean, the statue
Maybe.
did flip you off. I don't know why.
Somebody else want to try then? Huh?
Yeah, you know what? I'll try it.
Oh God. Oh no.
Zeroji, give me a Constitution save.
Is this a spell or magical effect?
I'll say it's a magical effect for you.
Wow. Okay, we're gonna lucky that. Jesus Christ.
Neat.
What the fuck?
No.
Oh man.
You have the Sword of Vengeance curse.
What? Okay, what's Sword of
Mm.
Vengeance curse?
Oh no. Oh no. I like that.
You
Do
are
I know
unwilling
I'm-
to part with the sword, keeping it on your person at all times. While attuned to this weapon, you have disadvantage on attack rolls made with weapons other than this weapon.
Okay.
The
That's
the
fine.
big bit. In the addition, while the sword is on your person, you must succeed a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw whenever you take damage. On a failed save, you must attack the creature that damaged you until you drop to 0 hit points, or it does, or until you can't reach the creature to make a melee attack against it. Specifically, melee attack.
So how do you feel, Zeroji?
I want to keep this sword.
But you don't use swords.
Oh. No, but I want to keep it.
No, give it back.
No, it's mine. Don't
Give-
touch it.
Give me the
Belongs to me.
sword.
This is mine now.
Roji, give me the sword.
No, this belongs to me now. I'm gonna start
Fen, you
flying
know-
away.
Fen, you know you can just the sword will return to you because it is a part of you.
I just have it liquefy and come back to me.
What does that do to me?
You are still affected by the curse.
Oh
To
no!
Wait, so am I attuned to it upon wielding it?
Yes.
So am I attuned to
It's attuned to you.
Fen now?
You must throw Fen's face into things in order to melee them.
You have to use me as a melee weapon.
Alright, I guess I'm gonna start lovingly stroking like Fen's hair.
Oh no! Oh,
We need to fix this.
I'm not
I'm-
worried about you for me. I'm worried about you for Trishula.
I am glad I did not grab the sword.
I do have to say, Trishula is much like the DM, laughing her ass off at what just happened.
You look pretty sharp.
Roji, what's wrong
Uh-huh.
with you?
I have a strange attraction to you that I cannot describe.
I produce a sword and give it to him.
I'm going to cradle it lovingly.
Stay away from me. How do we fix him?
I believe he is cursed.
I'm not cursed, I just like this sword a lot.
He's
Wait,
cursed.
It's not
So
a
I
phase.
I can curse people into liking me by giving them weapons?
Isn't
What
that
the
how it like works in the real world?
This is the real world.
Exactly.
You just keep cuddling the sword. How do we
I have a
fix him?
feeling that giving Dark a weapon, for example, would not work too well in your favor.
I mean, depends
Because
on his
instead
con
of
save.
instead of cradling you adorably, he might see that you absorb the weapon and kill you to get it out of you.
That's worse.
Different people will handle this differently.
Do you have a way to fix him, or do we need to find a cleric?
I think we're gonna have to find somebody because I am
Nothing needs to be fixed.
searching through my memory banks and I can't find anything that would get rid of this.
Ursula, do you know where some good clerics are around?
Oh, not in Draywin. I haven't been here in a while. It's much easier to remember inns than it is, temples since becoming a vampire. You know?
Oh, yeah, good point. My apologies. that was a rude question, and I understand how it was a rude question now. Maybe we should ask the innkeep, who seems to really like Xavier. Is she? I'm assuming she's up at the bar.
Yeah, she's helping out some other people around the place. It seems like she actually works at Solo. But you wait patiently, and she finally lays eyes on you and goes, "Is there something you need help with?" And she kind of has like a smirk on her face when she says it.
Could she see Zeroji?
Do you have a tiny pillow and a blanket?
I apparently broke him. And we need
A tiny pillow and a blanket.
potentially a cleric to fix that. And I don't know, a tiny pillow and a blanket to make him happy.
Through events that are difficult to describe,
Beyond our control.
Zeroji is definitely not cursed.
Correct.
He's
Well,
definitely
everybody at the
not
table
cursed.
except for him was shaking their heads, yes.
We were hoping there was somebody that might be able to help out with that. I don't know. We don't know the area very well.
How about why would you want to make me cursed?
We wouldn't. We would not want to curse you.
We just
In
want to make
fact,
sure you don't get cursed. You know.
we don't want
Okay.
you to be cursed. We're gonna have a cleric look at you to make sure that you can't be cursed.
Got it. Got it.
On the off chance that he is cursed, all it takes is someone knowing the remove curse spell.
Right.
Is pretty sure
Aha.
he is
Thus,
cursed.
the
If there's a lock that needs picking, I can do that. I can't remove curses.
Can't remove curses either.
Nobody
I
in our
can
group
learn
is
to remove curse.
dumb enough to learn or dumb enough to get cursed, so
Well, yeah,
we
that's
wouldn't
true.
have need for such a spell.
I've realized I can help with this tomorrow because I
Okay.
haven't prepared spells and I didn't remember what I needed.
But I mean, I figured paladins could do it, but I also figured that you didn't have it prepared for some reason.
Yeah, I was not prepared for this.
Nobody at the table was prepared for this.
As for the small pillow and blanket, I'm sorry we don't furnish any of those here. The smallest we have is sizes for halflings and gnomes.
Oh, that'll do. It's a longsword. About the same
She
size as a halfling.
kind of raises her eyebrow a little bit, but she doesn't question it, and she plays along and goes into a back room real quick and comes back out with a pillow that is smaller than a normal human's, but still sufficient enough for a sword.
Much appreciated. If I had any money, I would give you some.
We have money.
Oh, we used to have money, and then we went shopping, and then we didn't have money anymore.
I'll
How much for the pillow?
just give
Consider it
her.
on the house for this act right now.
I am so happy that this is entertaining. It's better for him to have the sword than not. Trust me.
Absolutely. I'm glad you understand.
We do
It
understand.
is a
Don't
good
worry.
thing that I have this sword. I've been thinking of,
We
becoming a fighter.
It's a very interesting change of pace for you.
Oh my gosh! Don't level up while he has the curse.
He's not making it through combat. Don't joke around.
Holy fuck! Now Kit's thinking of ways to earn experience, though.
But he doesn't have the strength for it.
I don't think that matters.
Can he even wield a longsword?
Not proficiently.
Nope.
Not proficiently.
We have to make sure he does not get hurt.
Well, I don't think
Then-
he's
then we
trying to
need-
take the sword into combat. We just need to keep him out of a bedroom.
Not yet.
Right, we're gonna fight a cleric before then.
Anybody seen Arya recently?
She's very far away.
Feels like it's been ages.
She's
Who?
very far away. It has been a while. And it's gonna stay that way for a little bit longer.
She's the paladin that likes a paddling.
Paladin that
Oh.
likes a paddling. Oh my gosh, that's good.
It is funny. Yeah, again, I know we've talked about this. I don't need to hear about what you guys do when I'm not there.
It involves a lot of fireballs, and I guess
I'm
this longsword
sure.
now.
I'm
This longsword
sure
is now part of our relationship.
Oh, I
You're
know.
gonna
Nope.
share it with her.
Not the right threesome.
Moscato's very good.
Say Moscato.
Yeah.
I feel like you were reading my mind. I just took a drink.
Nice.
I look back to her and just where is? Do you know someone that can potentially remove curses?
Oh. Yes, I do.
Are they on this plane of existence?
There are plenty.
In
You
this
sh-
city?
Do you want to keep playing around with this, or are you done with it?
I think
Hit
he's done with it.
him? I didn't even want it to start. This was just a test, and now I know, and I don't. You see, because technically that sword is kind of a part of me, and that's weird.
That almost makes it even funnier.
It's a little funny.
It's
We
funny.
We should probably stop this before he gets something that's tender.
Oh God.
One moment, please. And she starts chanting and doing the motions for the remove curse spell. Zeroji, you can identify that she is chanting, and did you just counterspell?
Yeah. That's...
Are you
If-
sure?
If he tries to lunge at her, I'm
Oh
going
no, I'm not
to
lunging. I'm
grapple-
just gonna mutter a counter spell.
If he tries to lunge at her, I'm going to grapple him.
I'm gonna use a reaction as well. Let me see what I can do real quick.
Options are going to be limited.
Yeah.
Unless this is a lair and there are legendary resistances.
Trishula counterspells.
Oh.
Damn, I'm out of counter spells. Well, reactions.
Liz just stands up and backs up.
And then through exceedingly smooth motions, Zeroji, that you couldn't even see happening, she finished the verbal and somatic components of Remove Curse and closed the gap towards you and laid a hand on your forehead and goes, "You do seem like you have a little bit of a fever. Let me take care of that for you." And as she lays a hand on your forehead, she actually puts her other hand directly on the blade portion of the sword itself, and
Mhm.
you feel a disconnect between you and the sword. And it almost just feels like a bad breakup. And then you are kind of dazed for a little bit, and when you come to again, you see that she is handing the sword back to Fen.
That's probably fine.
Just liquefies and just. Whoop. Well, now we know what that does and not to do that.
We've
Yeah.
learned.
We've learned a valuable lesson today.
We very much appreciate the assistance.
That was weird.
Thank you. And I will hand her a gold.
Are you trying to seduce me, Mr. Robinson?
I already did, and it was on accident.
Natural charm, as they say.
It's a different character.
That was different.
That was entertaining and very, very weird.
Almost feel sorry for whoever ends up with her. They're gonna have their hands full.
Yep. Wait, you talking about me or him?
Yes. Yes.
Trishula pipes in, "Hey now, he's not that hard to manage." And she just kind of like takes Fen around the shoulders and brings him towards her
It's safe to say you're
with like
qualified.
otherworldly strength.
Yeah.
I'm not. I couldn't resist if I wanted to. I have a
It's-
negative
yeah.
to my strength.
It is safe to say you're qualified for him, for sure.
You're
And she
perfect for
beams at
each
that,
other.
and beams even more at that one.
Hey.
It's kind of funny, or not funny, but like a bit weird seeing a vampire beam because you obviously just see the fangs just totally protruding from her smile.
It is not the scariest thing I've seen this week. It's fine.
That's why I said weird, not scary.
Yeah.
I also did not know you could do that. That is
Smile?
no to her counterspelling.
Oh. Yeah, that's a backtrack a little bit.
Yeah.
The counterspell? Yeah.
No, that
Her
she could
specifically.
cast counterspell. I don't know
Oh.
what class she is.
Dragon?
Air quotes.
She's a vampire.
She's
What?
a vampire.
Oh, well,
We're
then.
Zeroji
talking
is
about
out of it.
Trishula.
Zeroji is out of it.
Holy.
I kind of want another potato. It was very good.
I've got some
You
M&Ms.
should have made
Takes
two.
so long to cook.
Not if you do it in the microwave. Very easy to bake a potato in the microwave.
Just wrap it in
It's a lot harder to
wet paper
bake
towel.
it on the stovetop.
What class is she?
I'm sure you have plenty of time to find out.
Hold on a second.
Also, it's funny that you're restricting her to one class.
I mean, there could be several. It's just I'm curious as to what like class or classes she is. That's saying that you had that wrote up and are not having to make it up on the spot.
No, she's not. I'm making sure that this is at least close to what I was thinking of.
A particular type of creature.
The vampire, yes.
Yeah, a particular type of vampire.
Ah.
I'm sure vampires are also different people.
No, there is there is differences. I just need to find the differences. There we go. Haha.
Ha 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 ha.
Oh,
Ha. Hee hee.
Basically that.
oh.
In other words, in a one-on-one, she might be able to kill you right now. As a team, you guys would fuck her up, but one-on-one, she might actually be
Yeah.
equal to you guys in power.
Yeah. Unless I'm supercharged by my godly
there is,
powers.
and
Yeah.
there is also the fact that all of you do have really broken artifacts right now. So she, even one-on-one, will probably get her ass handed to her.
I mean, my artifact did become broken recently.
Well, shit. We're gonna have to get her a lair.
Yeah, you guys can talk about that on your own time. That's perfectly fine. I'm glad you're looking at the future.
So you're saying you want to get a house with her?
I'm not saying I don't.
Trishla, like, from the beaming smile to, for what could be bright-eyed for a vampire, it just happens, and she's looking at you like, really?
And I said that out loud.
And she also pouts a little bit and says, "He said that out loud too, you dick."
One of them's a joke. You will find out which later.
In
She
his
smiles
defense,
again.
he's been asleep for 3 years.
Is
He's
it my
probably
son?
still reeling.
Yeah, how do you keep inside thoughts inside again? It's been a bit.
Or don't talk. Your mouth closed.
So what the hell are we gonna do? Besides
What are our
randomly,
options?
besides randomly take Liz home just cause.
Just
Uh,
because.
I'm
Uh,
actually scared of going home right now.
I know that's
Well-
the point.
on the grand scheme of things, as nice it is that we have these extra powers currently, I think we're still not capable of handling Legion if she gets out of her confinement.
Agree.
Which means we need to become stronger still. I have new shoes to fit into, and I'm not sure how that's going to work itself out. If I start hearing dragon prayers in my head, I'm not sure what I'm going to do.
Your
Listen
best
to
bet
him?
is to not respond, I believe.
Just wait till it's like the teenage dragons. So they're like worried about stuff at school.
I'm not going to. No.
They're like, oh god, I need to win that basketball game, please, Bahamut.
If that were to become the case, I feel like I would need some kind of advisor, and I feel like I have an idea of who I'd like that to be currently.
Is it your brother?
No. You've already today said things I had highly disagree with in any way, shape, or form as far as me being what I am. No, that's the Lord Dragon, whose name I now also need to learn.
I
Daddy
think
Lord
we-
Dragon?
I think we got the name a while ago. I don't
Everyone
remember.
replaced it with Lord Dragon.
Yeah,
Nobody
I'm pretty
knows
sure
his name.
It's Vishrip.
it's Laura Dragon.
Vishrap, Daddy Lord Dragon.
Especially now that you're Bahamut and you can just decide that.
No, that's not how it works.
Are you sure?
I'm
Your
not
new
going to let it be
name
that
is
way.
Daddy Lord Dragon.
I'm not going to use my power to have perfect dominance over all the other dragons.
Well, we
That's
can
not-
work that
that.
way. It sounds kind of hot though.
Ninen pipes up and says, "And Vishrip doesn't actually worship Bahamut anyways, so while you are my lord, you are not his lord."
Okay, it's not all dragons.
Who does Vishrap worship?
As far as I am aware, crystal dragons do not have a deity of worship at this moment.
So you're saying there's a chance
Chance for what?
for you to be such a great dragon that crystal dragons worship you as well.
Wait, you're actually a dragon now?
I'm not a dragon, I don't think. I don't know. There's a lot of things I don't know.
I mean, if you're becoming Bahamut, I think that entails becoming dragon.
This isn't really something that's happened before that in recent history that we're aware of.
Okay, well,
I
my
don't know.
guess is that you're at the very least an honorary dragon. Is he an
Maybe.
honorary dragon?
Are you asking me that?
Nyan.
Ninen?
Nyan. Yeah, I'm just thinking Nyan Cat.
Nyan nyan. Nyom. I like how Kit just attaches to things like that. I would assume, much like me, this Awesamar form of his is not his natural form anymore, but that is up to him to decide.
Yeah, it's basically my headcanon for what this woman looks like, except for she's got golden eyes.
I literally describe her, and Kit's like, Neon Cat.
You should have known.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Why? No, why? Why? Why would he assume that Ninen immediately translates to Nian?
Because it's
Starts with an
close.
N,
It's got the NY, which is the important part, and ends with
but
an
it's-
N, and it's
There's
got
not
like
even
an
a
I.
Y in the.
Nine.
Is there not?
No.
What did I read? Oh, it's
N-I-N.
what V typed. NYNON.
Yeah, V spelled it wrong.
Okay, well, that was the first thing I read, so that is what is in my brain currently for the name of Nan bread. Non? For the name of Non.
Her name is Ninen.
Nyanin.
I'm not mad that you have a headcanon of Neon Cat. It's just perplexing.
How did we get here?
There's no answer to that.
Well, I just answered it.
We took a wrong turn somewhere.
At
It
least
may
one.
have been many, many months ago, but
You made choices in your life, and it's led up to this moment.
Back in the story aspect of it, though, Xavier, you actually, when she mentions that and you think about it, you actually do feel a fluidity to a connection between your Awesamar form and what seems like a more natural form for you now that you are currently not shifting into because you don't want to, but you
Mhm.
do feel like you could.
We're gonna experiment with that somewhere else.
oh, I need to copy.
Can I ride you?
Yes, but I'm not going to let you right now.
Whoa.
Wow.
Sorry,
in
I'm
private.
assuming yes.
Only in private, huh?
I thought you two were brothers.
Sweet home Alabama.
I don't
God.
entirely know what this other form I am feeling would be. So until we figure that out, I can't actually answer that question.
If I were to bet money that I don't have,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say something dragon related.
Is it a good dragon or a bad dragon?
Unfortunately, it's a lawful good dragon.
No.
Yeah, so a bad dragon.
Why is that a bad dragon?
Because he
Hey,
doesn't like Aqua.
Will, are you ready? I already blew Reaper's mind today. You ready for yours?
Am
I'm
I
really
getting
glad you finished that sentence.
If I were to hazard a guess. Uh-huh. Got it.
Oh my god.
Gonna take another drink now.
I finished my glass already.
This is my third one.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Just don't look at the challenge rating just yet. Don't worry about it.
I looked at it already.
Is it an ancient dragon?
That's not what it says.
Oh. Adult?
Wrong direction.
Oh. Oh boy. Because I know what adult dragon's CR is, and that's fucking high. And ancient is higher than that. And if it's
Ancients are between 20 and 27.
Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna say something here, and I think it'll be the biggest inclination, since this is out of character right now. Let's just say if Xavier wanted to, he could say 1v1 me, bro, to a Tarask right now.
That's a choice.
and win or
And probably eat him. Eat the Tarask.
huh?
Careful, some of them are into that.
Wow.
I've never even heard of these types of actions.
You don't look on the internet.
Yeah, it was actually something I found out about when I was looking this up before.
Well, that's just 4 instant fireballs. Is all that is.
Oh.
What do you need me for?
No, not you. All right, I'm gonna stop making comments about it. I will be reading it, but I'm not gonna talk about it.
And in character, when you're thinking about it, you realize that this is the power you channeled into your smite.
Makes a lot more sense. That's a long list. Sorry.
I think the conversation's actually still on you, though, Xavier, to reply.
Yeah,
I'm
what
not-
was the
I'm not
question?
sure.
What were we talking about?
Right.
I will be testing this out to make sure I have as much control of it as it feels like I do, in a place that is not right here. Or in this town, or near a town.
I mean, we could just go to a different planet.
Let's not
You know,
do that
actually,
again.
realistically, probably could, yeah.
Oh.
We have a ride.
Yeah, we do.
I I think I've had enough of that for
Wait a
for
minute.
while.
Well, have I got news for you?
We don't need to go to another planet, right?
No, we just need to go to another plane.
Oh, that's. Are we going to the plane of souls?
Are we saying that other planes also just don't matter now? Like, there's still places.
Well, some of them are very empty.
Do you
Plane
know
of
which ones are
space.
empty? How many planes have you
Um,
been to?
At least 2. But I've studied more. I mean, would you prefer one that's mostly empty, or would you prefer one where collateral damage is an option?
You know you're asking that question for no reason. You know the answer.
Well, yeah, it's rhetorical.
'Cause
You've
there's
studied the
always gonna be
planes more than
collateral
I
damage.
have. I'm hoping it's rhetorical because there are planes that are empty. Or at least
Largely.
emptier.
Miser, do you have a handy list of planes that we would have learned about at Arkenton?
You would have learned about. I'm not sure what I would learn.
Well, we as in my class. I wasn't the only student at
Oh.
Arkenton.
Mm-hmm. That's
There's
fair.
more than just me.
My god, I can see things. With my eyes.
This is like more than what your elven eyes see.
But yeah, with the thing we were talking about, what do we want to do? Because right now, D'Arc is otherwise occupied, and Legion is otherwise indisposed.
I mean, if we want to be helpful currently, there are a lot of people who are currently not at where they need to be. If we can try to help, especially this town, get put back together after everyone leaves or whatever has happened, we can do that. We can go talk to the Lord Dragon and thank him for helping us.
So, Zeroji knows of the material plane and its echoes, the Feywild and Shadowfell. The transitive planes, the ethereal plane and the astral plane. The inner planes of air, earth, fire, and water, plus the elemental chaos that surrounds getting to them. You know there are outer planes, and you know that there is a plane of souls.
Okay, which one would be would Zeroji think is the one that would least piss off? Be the least pissed off to have an interloping dragon figuring out their powers in it with the least collateral damage in it.
Probably a transitive plane.
Okay. How good are you at math, Xavier?
That's a good question. Probably not very.
Okay, well, it's time to learn about transitives. Because that'd probably be the safest place for you to practice.
Just taken straight from the DMG.
Perfect.
There's these ones, and then my added plane.
Ethereal, astral plane, mostly feature planes, or primarily panel.
Which you already know what the plane of souls is. Well, actually, you might not know. Here, let me define it.
You really
If-
want to go to another plane just to practice?
He wants to avoid collateral damage as long as he doesn't understand his powers. It's a weird paladin thing that I'm assuming is just moved over to his dragon thing.
Why is it weird? It's not want to just randomly kill people in accident.
It's less
Well, you
efficient.
can. If you're able to turn into a dragon, wouldn't you be able to fly? Couldn't you just fly over the ocean and practice things out and over a
I
deep
think
body of
he-
water?
I
think
worry
he
that I
fears-
wouldn't have enough control over it to maintain it that long.
Or he would accidentally end up doing what he did to the world dragon, but to an ocean.
I don't think I'm going to be able to annihilate an ocean. I feel like that's a little bit too much.
Ambitious? Maybe.
Sweet. Figured out how to add the thing that I can do now. I had to make it a feat, but it worked.
That would
I
work.
mean, I don't. Going to another plane is very thorough in making sure that no one else gets hurt. But we could go out over the ocean and fuck around and find out, per se.
But then there's ocean wildlife that he might accidentally kill.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
Which is why I would suggest the astral plane or the ethereal plane.
Before we continue along this train of thought, it's not an immediate priority for me to practice on this anyway. There's other stuff that we can do.
it does help to know what exactly you can do.
I accidentally gave someone a high five and now their arm is gone.
I gave someone a sword and he wanted to cuddle me.
That was
You
so
seemed
funny.
very, very cuddly at the time. I don't understand why.
Uh
It's
huh.
definitely not because you were cursed.
I'm
It's okay.
wondering if your swords are actually cursed. You might want to look into that.
I might be cursed, but it's fine for me.
Regardless, aside from me training, I'm sure there's other stuff we can do. I'm sure that's not the limit of our options.
Okay.
I mean, we do have the ability to go to the other continent. We do have trying to sever Legion's power from the Plane of Souls.
That's where my vote's at.
There is taking care of someone before he gains a lot of power. More power.
We do have to meet with Anna still.
We do need to meet with Anna, which is a short jaunt back to Arkington. Arkington.
Arkenton. Is Anna in Arkenton?
Was that to the party or to me?
Yes.
Whoever wants to answer, I don't know.
I think it was said that she's there.
Wherever we agreed to meet. It was Larwan.
Was it?
I thought so, unless they left Larwan to go back to Arkenton.
Got real quiet.
I mean, I'm down with going to Arkenton because I'm not worried our father is going to kill us for disappearing for 3 years.
I feel like Liz needs to go home.
Let's go to Arkenton.
You don't want to see her mom?
You know, after 3 years, she's probably missing you really badly.
Probably worried about you.
Just a little bit. She might have actually dug a grave for you and is mourning you.
I feel sad for the kids you guys bullied in high school.
What?
What?
So to Arkenton.
If you guys are traveling, while I am not under the employ of the Lord anymore, Fen, I don't really know what to do because I could travel with you, but your usual time of travel is during the day.
Well, their usual time of travel is during the day.
Okay. Yes. Okay. She looks kind of fidgety.
Do you want to be like put in a magical house that we carry around with us during the day, or would you prefer us to travel at night?
Like,
Oh, I don't. No, I don't want to impose. I don't want to join your merry crew, as it were. Wait, do you guys have an adventuring name yet?
I don't
Nope.
think we do.
Then I'm sticking with the merry crew part, and she continues from there. But I feel like I would be imposing, and there are other things I could do. Especially if you were talking about ever settling down, I could at least start scoping out some places for that. And I could help the rest of you also scout out for information and stuff like that too. I have a lot more power than I used to, so I can be made useful in certain ways to help you guys out, especially for well, she looks kind of bashfully at Fen, treating me as kindly as he did, despite the somewhat sarcastic comments he has a lot of the time.
I can't turn that off.
I'd say
I've
he's
tried.
good at heart, but I know that's not the case.
He's not wrong. Stripping the man while having a conversation with him and him being oblivious to the conversation was a highlight.
Oblivious to the stripping.
And oh yeah, oblivious to the stripping was just a highlight.
Yeah, that was.
But if there's anything you want me to look into, I can definitely get started on something like that.
Getting some information. I don't want to talk here.
Don't you have a list that you want to eventually get around to?
That's a me list.
It's not a honey-do list?
No. Those are for me.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Bathroom real quick, I'll be right back.
information retrieval would be very useful. We've had some gaps here and there of information during our lovely jaunts into the wilderness. I don't necessarily have a home, so finding a place that I can call home would be nice.
She looks to the other three in your party too. Is
But
this
on
a group endeavor for you guys, or
For a
top
home?
of
No.
that,
His home will be for him and you if that's how it works. I'm not inserting myself into that situation.
how many people is there? It's one of the thruple. That's a quuple. What's 5?
it does depend because I know of a couple castles that I could clean up that have been abandoned and long since kind of fallen to ruin, but it wouldn't be too long before I could fix them up. Things like that.
Is it gonna
So
have a castle?
if that's what you want, I know of a few locations for them.
I know everybody else has a home. Liz has her home back in Riffel.
Riftfell.
I got it right. Okay.
Mom's home base.
And I'm fairly certain the brothers are from Arkington.
Yep.
Have
Have you not met our father?
No, actually, I
He has, but
maybe
it was more so in
one
passing because he wasn't
time.
there for those for that attack.
No, he was not there for that. No.
So like they have homes. I basically live off of what I carry around with me and
Which is now
also
everything.
acquire. Yeah, true.
Just don't start making yourself food. That
She
would be
pulls a little knapsack that was like strapped across her back to the front and opens it up, pulls out a scroll and lays it out across the table, and bam, it's a map of Gran. And she goes, "Okay, so for future home, but currently maybe base of operations, we got a couple places we could go." And she starts pointing at the map, and one of the places she points to is in the smack dab middle of this forest right here.
I interrupt her. How long have you been planning this?
You know you've been sleeping for 3 years, right?
Good point. I keep forgetting about that. Don't know why. It's almost like I wasn't conscious for it.
Or nothing bad
Okay.
happened while you were asleep.
Okay, so there's one in the middle of that forest, next to Lorwyn. Larwhelm? Larwhelm.
Yes, there's a ruined castle there. It'll take. Well, hopefully you don't fall asleep for another 3 years, but it'll take a good few months to get at least up to snuff for living quality, and then at least for a base of operations, it would be pretty central to everything you guys would do, I think. There's also another, not necessarily castle, kind of more like a keep. I think it was actually used during wartime by the dwarves, but that one's over here.
Oh, no. No.
Uh, So that one has an added benefit of the backside of the mountains and an entrance right into the Underdark.
Ooh, spicy.
And from what I have explored of that entrance into the Underdark, it pops out in a few different locations. One of them being Mithnadoon, another one in an outlying village even further south of Mithnadoon, and then another one on the other side in a coastal area near where is an abandoned dock, but I could also get that rebuilt about over here. And she just keeps going about a few different places on the map. She points out another one over here. she points out another one awfully close to Remnant, which you guys know of, over here. And she points out another one which is also awfully close to Bahamut's temple over here.
Be real close to Lord Daddy.
And she continues to not incessantly talk about them, but she does raise up the points of each of them and what would make them good or whatnot.
I mean, I like the idea of a centralized location if we were to pick a base of operations of sorts.
Well, the nice thing is it's only once per day, unless you can do it now too.
To be
I'll
determined.
teleport soon.
But like location wise, unless we're going by foot travel or large chicken travel, it doesn't matter. Like we can be anywhere on Grand in an instant, effectively. The one in the northwest having the added security of having the mountains to the back, but access to the Underdark and even a little dock, which I mean we could build up to fully have a ship. Does have some benefit over being centrally located. I don't know about being super close to what was it, Remnant?
Yeah.
I personally don't think I know the information on Remnant. Is it good place or bad place?
I'm not sure if I know.
It's always just been in an extremely large abandoned floating castle. Many adventurers have tried going there. They return before they ever actually make it into the castle, though.
Is it because they give up or something impels them to come back?
They never say.
So
The party falls apart before they can reach the Crystal King.
Yeah. I don't know about Remnant.
It's cursed. Don't go there.
No,
Interested in going there now.
No, it's cursed. Don't go there.
Why? What do you know?
Every time a party tries to go there, it falls apart.
We're not a normal
Wait.
party.
the party falls apart or the castle does, because that'd be wildly interesting.
The party falls apart.
Ah.
That's where the Crystal King was.
So I'm very interested in going to Remnant.
Why would you want to kill D&D?
Is this as close as we get to Kit suffering from post-traumatic
PTSD.
stress disorder?
So we're gonna keep that card on the table.
But no, Kit, the place that kills campaigns is this place.
And we don't have anybody that is from there anymore.
It's killed 2 campaigns.
Which one were you pointing at? I missed it.
Warren.
Discord was over it.
Now the other location that would be beneficial would be the one up by Bahamut's temple. Less so for Bahamut's temple and just location wise. Being I'm assuming back to the mountain, there's not a lot of ways in apart from either just scouting what beach line there is or by a boat.
With I'm not sure how long the Lord Dragon's going to be in that area particularly, if that's one of the incentives, given that he's in a Temple of Bahamut, watching over it probably because of a favor, and now that for lack of me being able to interpret it better, Bahamut has returned.
All hail Bahamut.
He
I
might
bow
not
to it.
feel the need to stay there much longer.
I'm going to very deeply bow to you.
Don't. Stop.
Make me.
No, it wasn't necessarily incentive. Like having that close, having Lord Daddy close would be helpful in some regard, but like there's a potential of him just not being there anymore because he doesn't need to be there.
I would like to talk again. He's someone I would like to talk to because I don't want him to feel the need to stay there if he doesn't have to.
I think my personal choice would be the northwest location. I like the idea of having one security via the mountain, but also the having our own dock would be fucking rad. Even though we don't
Given
need a
the
boat.
points you've made, I would have to agree. Yeah.
I missed the start part of this because of the bathroom. Is this just picking like a fortress or what?
This
Basically.
is sort of picking a
Base of operations of
a
sorts.
base of operations / future home for me.
Okay.
Well, she's listing off so many other places. If you don't want those two to be the same, I'm sure you could have a separate home from our base of
Yeah, that's
operations.
true.
All right. I mean, how many civilians do we intend eventually having in the city that we're gonna build?
City?
Hold on.
Why do you think we're building a
Civilians?
city?
Well, if it has docks, that'd make it very good to be a mercantile point.
Ooh,
You can make yourself king.
no.
So-
Okay.
I don't think that's necessary.
And then you could steal from everyone all at the same time,
I already
No.
do.
Stop.
more efficiently. Well, okay, I'm sorry. It's to provide a safe place for a bunch of people to live.
There's already a bunch of places for a bunch of people to live.
Okay, well,
What do I get from Zeroji?
I don't have any money left. You get nothing.
You do have an eyeball.
You do have an eyeball that's currently inside my head,
Your
I think. I don't know.
forehead.
I haven't put much thought into that yet. But that's been on the back burner. That's not a problem right
Oh
now.
yeah,
This
you
is
have
just like
have a third eye.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that's-
yoink something from your pack. It doesn't necessarily mean currency.
Hang on. Let me see. Okay. Roll 1, 2,
yeah.
3. Just roll a d10 for me.
Okay. 9.
9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You took a little bag of sand. Don't know why I have that in my inventory, but now you have it in yours.
I was gonna
How
like
is a little bag of sand for? A small bag of sand, typically
Probably
found in a
for one of your
scholar's pack.
spells.
I was gonna just like produce it and like hand it back to you, but now I'm just gonna keep it.
Someday I will look for my bag of sand.
Your
Uh,
pack got lighter.
Let's not worry about making it a town right now. Having a base of operations in the northwest with the mountain as a kind of side of protection would be nice.
And I'm removing one bag of sand from. Okay, it is no longer
It
in my
can't
bag.
be that hard to remove a bag of sand.
Oh my gosh.
So you now have one little. It specifies little bag of sand.
Oh yeah, I already added it, and I added that I stole it from you.
Perfect.
I mean, we know exactly what it's going to be used for.
Pocket sand.
Pocket
I
sand.
would
That was
like
Oh my god.
I just see Ben stealing something else because he's like, what other weird shit does he have?
No one saw him steal the first thing. All of your passive perceptions are not 31.
not right now. Oh wait, yeah. No, that's not.
Liz can't even see his sleight of hand anymore because he can't roll under a
A
25.
10. Yeah, I can't roll under a 25 on it. It's
I thought you
only
couldn't roll
above
under.
that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've got expertise in sleight of hand for some reason.
Some reason.
Yeah, I don't necessarily know about turning it into a city or having a whole bunch of civilians around. We may get
It'd be
But-
easier to buy a city.
it would be easier just to buy a city
Oh,
than
so we
to
always take
produce
the
a
easy
city.
path when trying to do something?
Oh, absolutely not. We take the worst path possible. In fact, we shouldn't actually find a location that has anything there. We should turn a mountain into a city
I don't
from
want
the
our
mountain.
I don't
But
want
I'm
our
not a
base of
dwarf,
operations to be some kind of public
That's
area.
what Mithnadoon did.
I'm also not a dwarf.
I don't
This is
want
true.
our base of operations to
can
become
be,
some kind
though.
of city because people will going to want to kill us. And I don't want them to come destroy a city trying to get to us.
True.
So when your
But
adventures are over, when you retire.
I think enemies kind of last a long time.
Well, if you do it
that
right, they don't.
depends.
Oh, and you're a god
That's-
now. I guess that also
We're
does last a
not.
long time.
Oh,
We're
yeah,
not
no.
doing it right.
Wait, Fen, are you a god now?
That's I know I live a long time.
I don't think Fenn's interaction with his source of power has been as direct as mine.
It's very vague.
She looks to the other two as well. How about you two?
I haven't been giving it much thought.
As he blinks his third eye.
He blinks the third eye.
I would say, does he still have all three eyes just out and about?
That's
Yep.
kind of okay. Yeah.
You need a bandana?
You know, I don't know if that'll help.
A little hat?
You know, yeah, I'm gonna put a hat on. What happens to the hat?
It has to be tailor made because it has your horns to contend with.
Or he puts on a hat and there's holes in the hat.
Depends on what kind of horns he has. Does he just have like normal pointy, straight up devil horns or something, or are they the
What
usual
does
tiefling
my-
curled?
Yeah, the
Hang on,
usual
let me
tiefling
see
curl.
what's in my. Okay, this thing here. That's what Zeroji looks like. So we're kind of going backwards. So I guess I would like slide the hat on from the back of my horns and like pull it forward to the front. Oh hey, my owl.
You just now noticed that? I put that
Hey,
there a long
buddy.
time ago.
How you doing? It's been a minute.
Don't you need to resummon that?
It's still, yeah, he does
Only
need to
when he
resummon it.
dies. I only resummon him when he dies.
Oh,
It's
He's
been
been
3
dead for a
years.
long time.
I mean,
it's been 3 years.
he didn't die after the last time I summoned him. I went into coma and then just chilled. Haven't used him in combat or anything, so he should be alive.
He left. He died of natural causes in the woods.
Hang on, let me go find my familiar real quick. I need 10 minutes.
As far as
Of all the things, Zeroji just like was in the midst of this conversation, and then just fucking noped out to go summon his familiar because he saw it in the freaking pedantic DM.
Alright, yeah, so I'm gonna come back with my owl just hanging out with me. Hopefully not pissed off that I,
Disappeared for 3 years.
disappeared for 3 years. It was a vacation, paid vacation.
Was it really paid?
I don't
No.
have any money, so no.
I'm pretty sure I'm not some kind of god.
I don't think Liz has come close enough to death yet to
You and me, Liz, are more like each other right now than the rest of the party.
have her.
We're literally brothers. We share
That's-
blood.
like in a cup or.
Nah, we're not Catholic.
Oh god. I think the location north of Mythladune is a good choice.
So you want good relations with Mythadoon and with Draywin in that case, yeah?
Yeah.
At the Dune kind of likes right now.
Wait, which is the place that has the person that knows who I am?
Riffel?
Ripfell.
That would be
And-
Riffel.
And you
Where
guys
you're
wanna-
from.
And
That's
you
fine.
guys are wanting to have Liz go home to Ripfell.
Oh, I don't. I'm not worried about that. She really won't recognize me whenever we get there.
My 2 votes are Arkenton or the Lord Dragon. Those are my votes for right now.
Well,
Well, this is to send her
No,
off
no.
to go do shit,
this
isn't
is
it?
this. Yeah,
I'm
this is
talking about us though.
right. This is the location for her to have something
Yeah.
to do / us to have a base of operations. Relations will come as they go, as time goes. But
We're not gonna
yeah,
tell them right away, right? We'll just let them
I'd-
find out.
would prefer people to not know as much as possible.
Oh yeah, no, this
Oh
is
wow, that's forward of you.
wild.
Unusual of you.
Very weird.
Are you okay?
He's a god now.
Just because I'm not a dick to people who I don't know doesn't mean I don't know how to be smart.
Are you sure?
I
no,
ran a company in the future, god damn it.
A lot of the inn quiets up and looks at you.
Sorry.
That wasn't a very smart move of you, Mr. Smart Man.
Low clap.
Maybe we should have this conversation more private in case if we have any more outbursts like that.
Yeah, let's go back to one of the houses and have the conversation.
Xavier?
Hmm?
Part of why I brought you here was to see the stuff that happened when actually Liz too. If I recall, you are an artificer and you can also heal, right?
What?
We need
Some.
people to help out with all of the injuries from the attack.
Oh,
I would be glad to assist.
I can use false life.
I got some interesting health potions.
Oh god, a commoner walking around is a level 20.
Roji, do you still have that knife I gave you?
Oh yeah, the stabby Healy.
Ripping doors off of hinges on accident and throwing
Let
them
me
through
have that
walls.
back. I can that'll have a
Yeah.
12 cast secure wounds that we can use.
Can I pass that off to Liz, not Milo?
Can use all the charges on this and
So I've got
Probably
4, 7, 10, 11 spell slots, as well as 70 points of lay on hands that I can toss around.
Wait, you just made this, Liz?
yeah, I can make one of these once it's used then it's just a regular dagger again, but I can make a new one each night.
This are there a lot of artificers?
I don't know.
Can all artificers do this?
I haven't been able to do this for very long, but
Based on my interaction with artificers, yes, all of them can.
Can
He's got a very
you-
limited interaction pool.
I've only really met
you-
Liz.
do you know any others?
No, I don't.
I think she's talking to Liz.
Oh,
Something like this could cause like a revolution in the medical field.
A revolution?
Yeah,
Well,
do you
you've-
not realize how much we deal with people that are still just using basic medicine, herbs, and other stuff because there aren't enough magical people left?
Do you mean a revelation?
Revolution.
Revolution.
Be a lot
Okay.
of money in it too. You could
Okay.
make a killing.
but
You,
What's the opposite
Zeroji, give me a dexterity check or an acrobatics check.
I nat 20 it.
You nat 20 it.
Yes. Which gives me a 22.
She was not necessarily nonchalantly, but she was like unconsciously went to just like bop you on the head and say no.
Can I flash a genius her?
oh god.
She's gonna
Alright,
get a
Zeroji, what's
1.
your- Can you spend those as free actions?
Let
Oh.
me double check.
I think it's a
Zeroji really does
reaction.
not want to get bopped.
He'll die.
There is a chance, but it's fine. We have the healing dagger.
Anyways, neither here nor there. She wasn't even like committed to it. It was just like an unconscious like don't say something so stupid type of thing. And it whiffs, but she still says, "Don't. No, this isn't for the money. This is to help people."
It was a
I'll try to
joke.
reason with him.
Hence the make a killing when talking about health.
He's not good at jokes.
He's really not.
I'm able to put actually several different types of spells into that. For this one I put Cure Wounds in it. That I'm only able to have only one at a time.
Do they have to be your spells?
Well,
Yeah, it's only my spells.
just to put things in perspective, even here, for every like 10 priests, there's only one cleric, and they're usually not very skilled. So they only know around like maybe 3rd level magic. And I know we, or you guys specifically, I guess I do by proxy now, know a lot of people in various forms of higher power. That's not the commonality among the world. So even Queen Drewa is out there helping heal people right now, and something like your dagger could be used to. I'm sorry. What was the word, Xavier?
I said
Stabby
revelation.
Healy.
Revelation, not revolutionize. It would change the scope of what is available for healing as we know it.
Well, revolutionize is a bit different than revolution.
You know,
Same base word, slightly different outcome.
Thing, right?
I like my words.
Absolutely the same thing. I don't know what they're talking about.
That's what I
Of
thought.
course, he'd take her side.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Fen. These other two are idiots.
Okay, well that's harsh.
I am specifically not an idiot. I
Liz, can
built
you make
my
more of these, or
stats
do you
that
know?
way.
Do you know if there are any others that could make more?
I don't know.
Is there an artificer's guild?
Does Liz even know if there's any more artificers?
You are the only one you've ever met.
Could make a school in the city with all the civilians.
And Riftfell, even.
For this kind of thing, I can only really use this, or make one of these. And I don't know any other artificers. I could possibly look up and see if there's a magic item that I can make that could also heal.
It just seems like the access that you have to something like this would be vastly helpful compared to trying to mend wounds the old-fashioned way.
That should still have all 12 charges. So go ahead and heal as many as we can, and then tomorrow I can refill it and use it again.
This is very neat. So out of character perspective of this, just to inform, so all of these higher powered beings that you've met, it does seem like if they sway any direction, it hasn't always, or none of them have really ever had like a divine higher power unless they were actually brood or like the god sparks that you guys have been entangling with, or legion specifically. Otherwise, most of the higher leveled beings you keep meeting are either physical prowess or arcane prowess, or psionics in King Dark's case.
Fucking dark.
Regardless of
So having
that.
either ancient tools or something that can be easily just created like Liz's dagger with many charges of cure wounds on it. Very, very unheard of tool, so to speak. at least in the past century.
I've not really thought about it, but yeah, most of our interactions have been with abnormally powerful people.
Oh god, yeah. We once met some muggers and they were incredible.
I feel like you could trash those muggers with one or both hands behind your back now.
Look, I wasn't gonna bring it up in front of Xavier, but I have plans later.
You still have not brought them up in front of Xavier, and we're going to keep it that way.
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
But bringing it up in front of Finn,
Yes.
Fenn will do it because he's bored. That's the problem.
accurate.
Can we get back to the people that need help? If we need to help people, I'd like to be out there
That's-
doing that.
Let's go ahead and help people. I can.
All right.
Just
Trishula
easier
doesn't
drinking.
really need to lead you in the right direction. You already remember where all the tents and whatnot were because it's literally just on the way back to where your estates are. Your places of stay in Draywin, at least, not necessarily your estates.
I'll use all the charges on the dagger and all 12, and then I'll go ahead and just use all my spell slots.
Same.
That's
Basically
a
everything I have at
choice.
my disposal.
Uh,
I mean, people here fought and died, so we could have an opportunity to do something. I think they deserve it.
Well, sure, but all of your spell slots is a bit much in
I don't
case
think
something
so.
worse comes along that tries to kill them.
I don't agree. I think they've earned it.
I don't use my spell slots as much as you do.
That's fair.
But yeah, definitely. I'm assuming there are enough people for me to use basically everything that I have.
I have a 4th level spell slot now.
Same.
I don't.
So I'd probably save that one for whoever's the worst off.
All right. So while you two are occupied doing that, Fen and Zeroji, what do you two want to do?
At most, I can cast False Life, which is only temporary hit points.
Oh no, they're not asking you to help with the healing at all.
Gotcha.
That's
Is there any
good.
like rebuilding efforts?
I have to click 70 times. Ah!
Would Fireball be useful anywhere?
No,
Though I'm not asking you.
I'm answering.
I'm actually proficient
You're
in
busy
medicine.
helping cripples.
You just hear a shouted no that sounds very much like your brother, even though you've asked the DM.
That was weird. I wonder if he fell over or something.
I mean, I can go hunting, but I don't. I'm not exactly tailored to rebuild efforts or healing efforts.
Spell magic, counter spell, sickening raisins. Oh. I got it.
Oh,
I'm going to summon an aberration to help with the rebuilding efforts. I can summon things to help.
Kit,
Uh-huh.
there's nothing that needs to be rebuilt. The city didn't get attacked. This is just everyone that went to the shrine that can no longer be rebuilt because the ocean has now reclaimed it.
Okay, well.
Are you just talking about like building more shacks and tents for anyone that may need them or stuff like that?
Yeah, we'll go with
Okay.
that.
On that part you can help out with.
Cool.
People do freak out a little bit when a aberration fiend does get summoned in the middle of them though.
That's fine.
Seems like Zeroji's the kind of build them in my image kind of guy. Does he give them 3 eyes whenever he summons them?
What? No. I wouldn't build them in my image. I don't want people to be confused and think that other one is me and then get framed. Like, have you ever seen the documentary Super Mario Sunshine?
It's
It's exactly what happens.
You call it a documentary?
Yes. That shit's not happening to me. I'm no fool.
So you saying Mario did that to himself, bro?
Yeah.
Damn,
s-
crazy.
Like maybe I'll make the aberration look like Xavier, but it's not gonna look like Zeroji. But I don't think I even have any control over that. I can just choose the type of aberration.
Which type
Yeah.
is it?
What has the most hands?
Spiders.
Spiders aren't an aberration. They're
They're also not
bros.
hands, they're all feet.
Unless they have hands on the end of them. Be really fucked looking.
Slade, Beholderkin, or Starspawn? Starspawn sounds the least problematic.
Oh.
And then a Beholderkin doesn't really have hands to help. So we're gonna go with the Starspawn, I think.
What do you mean by problematic?
What do you mean
You
problematic?
said it's the least problematic.
Yes.
What does that mean?
It can help the most.
There it is. Instead of scaring the shit out of everybody, it just scares the shit out of most people.
I need something that has hands to help with. Or like psionics. Yeah, Starspawn D&D 5e. What do you look like? Oh yeah, Starspawn's fine. Yeah.
Post that image in Discord.
Just give me a second. Going out to it. Give me the image.
Totally fine.
Duration. Am I looking? It's not loading for me. Let me go back. Images.
Totally fine.
That's so many teeth.
That is not the image. That's a Starspawn Hulk.
Don't you want something strong?
I was looking more for hands. Where's my DMG at? Or my monster manual? Oh. D&D
What kind of star
5e
spawn are you
summon
spawning?
aberration.
It's just a star spawn. It's not specific.
Oh, there you go. This is much better.
It's got a lot of hands.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
My God.
That guy's gonna help us with building tents and stuff.
Yikes.
I need to make some rolls.
So I looked up. I was looking at star spawns. This is a greater sparse star spawn emissary, apparently.
Aberrant spirit. Hang on, wait.
This is the
Um,
image that comes up.
1 second. Hang on. Maybe I do want the Beholderkin. Is the Whispering Aura at the start of each turn, each creature within 5 feet? Hang on, not a star spawn, because that will just damage people and cause collateral damage. We don't want that.
No, that's actually the opposite of what two members of your party are actively trying to do.
All right, what's Beholderkin look like?
I'll be right back while I was figuring out this nonsense.
Beholder. You're ugly as shit.
I love how we've made zero determination on what we're doing next. It's just been so much.
I think Arkington is going to be our first stop.
Yeah, that's nearby the Muggers.
Not why we're going there.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying that out loud. That was a thought inside my head. 5e.
Funny how loud it was, given that it was inside your head.
Oh, wild, isn't it? The last one is Slade.
It's weird that Finn heard it.
Slad.
Is it?
No.
Is it weird?
You know what? Maybe
Indiscriminate murder? I don't know what
guild
you're talking
summon an
about.
aberration.
Final Fantasy 12 cheap right now. 12 is $24.99. Okay, well I'm not playing it yet, so I'm gonna say no to that one.
Oh, I haven't leveled my wizard up yet.
Good luck, homie.
Thought I did. Level 14? We're level 14 now, right?
Yeah.
Yeet.
Okay. Just a moment. Oh, I get 7th level spells now.
That could be bad.
No, because that means I can pick up plane shift and teleport. Powered pain? Speak a word of power that causes waves of intense pain to assail one creature you can see within range. If the target has 100 hit points or fewer, it is subject to crippling pain. Otherwise, the spell has no effect on it. Target is affected by crippling pain. Any speed it has can be no higher than 10. The target also has a disadvantage on attack rolls, ability check, saving throws, or other than Constitution saving throws. Interesting.
Oh, Britato's only $4 right now. It's always $4. What the fuck?
Is just going around healing people, and Zeroji's just trying to cause a problem.
It makes sense.
I
It's
would
Yes.
never.
It's better than me trying to heal people.
Don't you have arrows?
I mean, yeah, but
I think people would frown on him just whipping out his bow and starting to shoot people with arrows, healing arrows. And that uses potions, so
yeah. Like it's not like a spell slot or anything like that. It's going to use a potion, which I mean could do, but
I'm back.
Welcome back.
I realized I've actually trained in medicine, so after I'm out of spell slots, I could just
I do
get
love
help.
how sorry to interrupt. You can keep going.
Once Liz is out of spell slots, she can just help with bandaging people and all that stuff afterwards.
I think collectively, given you don't necessarily have to heal everyone to full in order to knit their wounds or anything like that. Xavier actually outperforms Liz in the healing department, considering he's got 70 points of lay on hands to spend.
I also have one 14-point heal that I can use as well.
that's 70 people that are stabilized and or at 1 HP.
Yeah.
Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah, it doesn't look like any aberrations would actually be helpful here, unfortunately.
What a shame. Anyways.
Right?
That was the wrong time to take a drink.
right. Will
no.
got me with one of those yesterday.
I thought that was earlier today. I don't know what's real anymore. I can't remember.
Didn't we play Divinity yesterday?
I think so.
I mean,
I slept
unless you're
since then.
counting early in the morning, like when we were up until 2 a.m. playing it because then it could have been today.
I got the kill with the cat, baby. I'm gonna live on that for a while.
You are welcome that I turned it into a chicken.
It was awesome. It was everything I could have imagined.
Disintegrate probably wouldn't be helpful.
It would not.
They won't be in pain anymore.
For Destiny 2, do they still have like the story from old parts just cut off, or is it just raids?
I will forever say, if you want to know all of the story, watch My Name is Bife. Or Eva's now, apparently.
My name is Bife.
My Name is Bife.
Yep.
How do you spell
He
Bife?
he is
BYF.
He has legitimately been dubbed Lore Daddy for Destiny.
Even the devs call him Lord Daddy.
Like, he was opposed to it for so long, and then just eventually had to accept it.
So videos like this 4-hour video about the complete story of Destiny from Origins to Shadowkeep is probably a good one to start with.
I think you might have an updated one from Origins to was it Witch Queen?
Yeah, I think so. As far as like old story stuff, like I don't know what the new player experience is right now, but it doesn't start super far back.
I've cleared the very, very, very first raid they released for Destiny 2, and that's as far as I got.
Fire?
I can't remember. It's been a long time. It's been a long time.
That would have been in the.
That's back when
Shit.
Cobbler still raided together.
Yeah, that would have
What
been
the hell was the name of the ship?
Leviathan.
Leviathan. Yeah, that would have been Leviathan, wouldn't it?
Sounds right.
Yeah, Leviathan was the first, then they followed it with Eater and then Spire.
Leviathan's name I recognize.
And then we got the best raid. At least I find it the best Destiny raid so far. Last Wish.
Okay, it's actually not Last Wish. What's next? You've got
Didn't they do the raid floors or the smaller raid things first?
there
They weren't
was
like full raids or whatever.
Leviathan, Eater, and Spire. The Eater and Spire were both very short. They're like large dungeons esque. And then you've got. Is this in order? I don't know if this is actually in order or not. Because there's Scourge, Crown, Last Wish.
I thought Scourge of the Past was after Last Wish.
It might be. I don't know why this is out of order.
Probably because Scourge was removed and Last Wish is still in or something.
I think that actually might be why it's in that order. That's September 25th, 2018 is December 7th. Yeah, so it was Last Wish, then Scourge, then Crown. But they removed Crown, Scourge, Spire, Eater, and Leviathan. And for some reason, like, they've removed. Like, Crown is much better than Garden, but Garden is still in the fucking game. I despise Garden.
I only despise doing Garden specifically for Divinity. Garden itself is okay.
Everything but the last boss is completely fine. But the last boss is such a bad encounter that it ruins the entirety of that
It's
raid.
terrible to teach new people, yeah, for sure. But like when you when everyone understands the mechanics of it, it's pretty smooth then.
I ran it recently to get someone through it for Divinity, and it's not hard. It's not bad. They we just one phased it, or not one phased it. It was one shot.
Yeah.
But it's still just so bad. It's not. I don't like it. It's just Gambit the Raid. Hate
I
it.
apologize for asking. I don't remember my question. Oh, I remember the question. It's okay. We don't have to talk about it again.
You give me started, and
Hey,
I'll
I
just
get
keep
it. I
going.
get it. I understand.
I think we should go to Arkington.
That sounds good.
I'm cool with Arkenton.
When is our meeting with Anna?
You are the only one that talked to her.
Right, Zeroji remembers.
Did
Roji's got a
Zeroji
really
write you
high
a good note?
Establish any of that information.
Man, it's too bad he already used that 20.
And the one.
Could be right now for all we know.
Mahogany meeting table. Why is that in my notes?
Because it's mahogany.
It defies. It's a mahogany meeting table that defies physics.
It floats, and it's made of mahogany.
Yeah, I
I
have
love
nothing
Kit's
between
notes.
the mahogany meeting table and then Mina and Queen of Dreba show up to buff King to Arc.
Yeah.
Either my campaign isn't good enough for Kit to take notes, or he's just not good at taking notes.
Look, I take notes on the very important things.
I just am bad at taking notes. So I stopped a long time ago.
I think you were very insistent on the mahogany table, so I wrote that down.
Mahogany.
I'm always insistent on mahogany because saying mahogany is amazing.
Great.
Mahogany.
Well,
Mahogany.
it was important enough to make it into my notes. I hope you're happy.
Mahogany.
Depending on whenever the meeting's supposed to be, we could see Lord Daddy first and then go to Arkington.
Yeah.
But, Zeroji, when are we supposed to have the meeting?
Good question. 23.
The 23rd of this month, the 23rd
Or 18, because I did a save instead of a interval.
What is this for?
for him to recall.
When is the meeting? And where is the meeting?
You don't know either of those because they were not discussed.
Perfect. Okay, cool. Not my responsibility. We're good to go.
It'll happen when it happens, you know?
Yes. They'll find us, because apparently that's easy for people to do.
We're not a subtle party.
Wait, so are we going to Arkington or no? I'm so confused.
I think the idea was that we start with the Lord Dragon unless there's immediate need for Arkenton, and then from there go to Arkenton.
I give
Okay,
my vote to Xavier.
so Lord Daddy first.
Trishula pipes up, is it because you're acting as if he's your god?
Mm.
What? No. There's just... I gotta, like,
I don't think he cares
toss
enough to
him
vote.
bread sometimes to keep him happy.
Yeah, is that what you do?
It's Does that mean you can speak Draconic now? And Liz starts trying to speak Draconic to Xavier.
Do I understand what she's saying?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you understand what I say when I talk in Celestial?
Pretty sure he could understand that before.
I start talking to him in Thieves' Cant.
That one I'm not gonna know.
Good. Good.
That's for the best. I know what you're saying, but I know you're getting up to shit.
I mean, it's a state of being for him.
It's true.
I did already know how to speak Celestial, yeah.
Okay.
All right, so we take Liz to Riffel, and then the rest of us go to Lord Hattie.
No.
Oh, I've got teleport now, by the way.
Where did you
Oh,
get
that's-
that?
I remembered to
This
level
morning.
up this morning, actually. Yeah. I also have simulacrum.
Simulacrum. You got this.
In case we wanted a second Xavier.
So-
I could deal with half of the first one.
Funny. Do we want to try to use your wings to fly us to the Lord Dragon when we're done here?
Oh yeah, no, let's try that. I don't know how that's gonna work. We'll find out.
Let's get out of town first.
Yeah,
Reaper, start thinking of what you want your wings to look like now.
Ooh, spicy. Oh, I kind of already know. I really like those. Ooh, I gotta find them. I guess I will be meeting Trishula in the location north of Mithridun. I have to.
Is that where
I-
you guys want to build your base of operations?
I think that's where we've settled on.
Slash
Yeah.
our future home?
Yes, I believe that's what we've settled on. I think having the extra defensibility because it's got the mountain backing, but also has access to a dock is awesome.
And soundproof bedrooms.
Was there anyone that you guys wanted to see before you leave Draywin? I can probably get to them and set up a meeting for you.
I don't even
Anna.
remember who's all here.
Who's Anna?
So I'm gonna guess that's not gonna work.
Cool. Never mind. Well, no, you met Anna. She was at the meeting with all the heads of state the other day.
Which one was she?
The
She
one who
was-
used to be Legion.
No, she didn't used to be Oh well, was she? No, it was 2 that was Legion.
I thought they were the same person.
No. Anna was
Yeah, Anna's the original clone.
Oh, she's the part of the clones. Oh, okay. That.
I don't think
don't know if she's
part
still
of the
in Draywin.
clone. I would assume she is not. I don't think she stuck around for.
well, if you are able, if you happen to see her or a note arrives from her, we
Well,
do have a
technically,
meeting set up with their group.
we didn't. She didn't come to Draywin with us. You had that talk in Larwell.
Gotcha.
So I don't think she's here. Unless she's following one of you guys? Is she stalking you, Zeroji?
I hope not. She did before. Well, she didn't before. A clone of hers did before.
Clones were killed you before, basically.
Well, I didn't die.
Wait, didn't you?
No, I just had a hole in my chest, which isn't the first time that that's happened. Like, if I had a nickel for every time it happened, I'd have
You'd
2
have 2
nickels, which isn't a lot. It's just
Oh,
weird
yeah,
that it's happened twice.
We used our res on the Anna clone.
Yeah.
Yep.
Are you just used to getting impaled or something, Zeroji?
I don't have a particularly strong constitution, so yes.
I mean, I don't think you're used to it, but it's something that happens a lot.
It's not something I enjoy or prefer. It's kind of just you know,
Consequence.
Something that you resigned
consequence
yourself
of
to?
living.
Of your actions, yes, you would say.
Well, I wouldn't say I didn't put the hole in my chest. It wasn't my actions that put it there.
But it was a consequence of your actions. They're two separate things.
I wouldn't say it was it was a consequence of the Bone Devil's actions.
Yeah, but how'd you get in there?
How'd I get in where? In the Bone Devil?
To get to the position where the
my.
hole was in your chest.
Deep inside the bone
I
devil,
was
huh?
far away from the Bone Devil because that was the safest place to be, and then our rogue disappeared, and I don't remember where you were, but then there was a hole in my chest.
Yeah.
Oh no, you were
The
there. It's
rogue
just he couldn't hit you,
disappeared.
and he was
Uh-huh.
upset about being unable to hit you.
Hey
It's
man, when you
all-
roll a high enough stealth, you disappear to everyone else.
My own. It's all my own fault that I disappeared.
But if a note arrives for us from Anna about a meeting, for example, that'd be information that'd be great for us to have.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Is there anyone else?
Wait,
I
can you
think King
cast-
Murgnadesh hasn't left yet. Queen Drewa's still here. I mean, this is as long as you want to talk to people in power. And then my previous lord is also still here.
If either of them have given an indication they would like to talk to us, we can follow up on that. Otherwise, I think with the aftermath of what's just happened, I think they'll be pretty busy.
Okay. I don't know that they've given any indication. I think you're good.
thing?
Cool. Xavier, did you want to leave a simulacrum here?
I don't even know what that means.
Clone.
Okay, I'll do it while you're asleep.
Oh no.
I mean,
You
you can
tell me what it means.
Oh,
you
it's
can save
basically
that picture
just
to post in Valehelm chat when you do
Yeah.
pop your wings out.
it's a clone of you essentially that hangs out.
Is it with my personality, or do you give it a personality?
Good question. You shape an illusory duplicate of one beast or humanoid that is within range for the entire casting time of the spell. The duplicate is a creature, partially real, in form of ice or snow, and it can take actions or otherwise be affected as a normal creature. It appears to be the same as the original, but it has half the creature's hit point maximum and is formed without any equipment. Otherwise, the illusion uses all the statistics of the creature it duplicates, except that it is a construct. It is friendly to you and creatures you designate. It obeys my spoken commands, moving and acting in accordance with my wishes and acting on my turn in combat. It lacks the ability to learn or become more powerful, so it never increases its level or other abilities, nor can it regain expended spell slots.
Doesn't
If
matter
it's
when you're level 20.
if it's damaged, you can repair it in an alchemical laboratory using rare herbs and minerals worth 100 GP per hit point it regains.
Bless you.
Last until it drops 0 hit points, at which point it reverts to snow and melts instantly. And if I cast a spell again, that one disappears.
I'm gonna
would
go with
need-
pass.
Okay. I was going to say, I would need a small loan of 1,500 gold pieces.
Small loan.
Small loan.
Again, pass.
So how much money do I have? I haven't checked my pockets. Oh, I've got a little bit of money. I cannot afford a simulacrum. I can almost afford one. I have 1,300 gold.
You have more gold than I do.
You have more than me.
I thought I was flat broke.
How much money do you have?
1,300 gold.
Yeah, I have 359.
At
We should go get gold. That should also be on the list of things to do.
Have you been on our adventure? It's gonna happen passively.
Or actively.
I mean, it didn't happen passively when we killed the World Guardian.
Give me a little bit of time in the city, and we will actively have money.
I think before we leave, I should probably meet up with
Talk to your mom?
King Murgnadesh and go over some of the ideas I had for the ballista that we used.
Do you know how
Okay,
long
see
it's
if you
gonna
can
take?
sell them for cash.
Sell what for cash?
The ideas.
Why?
We are low on funds.
I think we're fine.
I think King Murgnadesh is probably meeting with Queen Drewa, so I'll be back. I'll see if I can set up a meeting for you there.
Thanks.
How's your planar travel feeling, Zeroji?
Spells. Plane shift. Once per day.
Does that get us back, or is that just there?
That would be just there. How
You
many
also
times?
need to buy a forked metal rod worth at least 250 GP.
Okay, we're not doing that today.
How? Well, we have to purchase. How many times can you teleport, Zeroji?
Once per day.
Well, that's at
But
least
there's
twice.
no material cost. It is. Oh, interestingly, there's no somatic one. It is just vocal.
Just scream out where you want to go, and bloop, you're there.
Oh, and I can also teleport items instead of people. So if you want something delivered somewhere discreetly, you can do that.
Like a whole bunch of stolen goods.
Yeah. Or a
Oh.
bag of poop.
Okay. That's innocent. Thank you.
What were you gonna? What did you think I was? Hang on, I'm curious. What did you think I was going to say?
All I know is Fen has a list. And if he gets the
Oh,
ability to teleport a bomb somewhere,
that takes
I'd
the
rather
fun
not
out
be a
of it.
part of it.
Like it'd be funny the first time, but after the first time, it's like Or maybe
I
it'd
mean,
be funny the second time.
it's really just gonna be funny like once, but yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that.
I wonder if you
That
could.
ruins like legitimately all the fun for me.
Yeah.
I wonder if you could
However,
teleport a delayed blast fireball.
teleporting
Probably not.
teleporting a bag of poop to someone that you dislike's doorstep every single day
It's like this is my 7th level spell slot for the day.
is wonderful to think about.
Let's leave a note. I put a lot of effort into this every day. Keep that in mind.
Just so you know, I don't have any 7th level spell slots today because of you.
I'm still thinking of you.
Uh,
So I guess we wait here then.
yeah, well, I guess we just wait here until Trishula comes back, and then we either go to a meeting, they come to us, or a meeting has been scheduled.
Could this have happened while we were healing people?
Just talking about mailing poop to people? Absolutely, yes.
Oh yeah.
No, setting up the meeting with Liz.
Oh.
Hey, I'm back. Queen Drewa says she was already expecting you guys.
Oh well.
Ah, well then.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
Well, did-
wonderful.
what
It was
did
planned the whole
Mr.
time.
We'll give her
What did
some of our
Mr.
time.
Mithnadoon say?
Murgnadesh?
Sure,
Yep.
Mithnadoon. He's Mr. Mithnadoon, let's be honest.
No,
If there was a
he's-
competition,
He's Murgnadesh.
well, like, Miss Universe, Mr. Mithnadoon, it's like the same thing.
I guess he was. At least his band was the most popular in Mithnadoon, and he's the leader of the band. Hence, he's the leader of Mithnadoon. So
My
yeah,
band, my band,
Well,
my
former leader.
yeah, former leader. They've
band.
had
Was,
other
yeah.
competitions.
What do you think
since then,
was means?
right? Yeah, they'll see you now.
Alright,
Okay.
let's
All right, go.
Glad we didn't just insta fly away to the Lord Dragon.
It would have been kind of rude to just leave without letting them know. Without at least saying bye.
Bye bye. Boop.
That might make Trishula a bit mad if you guys just bye-byed without saying bye.
Well, we would have told her bye.
Oh no,
Who's there?
No, God no. No.
I like my kneecaps where they are, thank you.
I like my insides on the inside.
I like how you're intimidated by your girlfriend.
Well,
That's
if
exactly
you're
how he
not
wants to
doing it
feel.
right.
Yeah.
Is it because her challenge rating is higher than your level?
She's so much stronger than I am. She is 5 points stronger than I am.
She is around him when he is the most vulnerable and thus can do the most damage.
She's also very charismatic herself.
Yeah. I'm not wildly. The only thing that I'm better at is being dexterous.
It's funny because it's not even a DMPC,
Ah.
so I can't even say that like I did this on accident or like
He's-
on
so,
purpose just to downplay you.
What I'm hearing is Fen is the bendy one.
Yes, I'm the flexible one in the relationship. She could fold me like a pretzel, and I wouldn't die. Somehow.
Probably helps that your form is a lot more fluid than it once was.
Yeah.
All right, you guys are led in a quick procession. One not trying to really gather attention, but just in a quick gait. You're not sure if it's Trishula's normal pace or if it's out of any sense of urgency. But you are led into.
We're outside, so it's probably a hurried pace to not be in the sun anymore.
She's probably just still antsy from not being a servant anymore.
Little column A, little column B.
Freedom does things to people.
You are led to a meeting room in the castle of Draywin, and King Murgnadesh is sitting beside Queen Drewa, who is at the head of one of a long table with many chairs, many empty, just those two in the room right now. And you guys all saddle up to respective sides to basically even the count. And Trishula asks, "All right, do you guys need anything else?"
I think after this meeting we'll be set to move on. We can chat with you before we leave, though.
Sure, I'll go get dinner ready. And she, just as hurriedly as she came in, hurries out.
The rush everywhere now. You know? Has anybody else noticed that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I think it'll take a little bit, but she'll settle down. Maybe.
You hope.
A little bit.
All right. King Murgnadesh looks over at Liz immediately and goes, "You got any more plans for the kata launcher thingy? What's it?"
After using it, I do have some improvements that we could make on it that would help out a lot.
Yeah, it'd help out if it made contact. Got him. Let's go.
Ah, damn.
Just kidding. Just kidding. I didn't say that.
Only Liz could aim.
You'd be in trouble.
Yeah, we all would.
Yeah.
Is your party always like this with you?
Or they seem to be in rare mood today.
I'm dealing with a lot, okay? Give me a break.
I see. So what were these plans?
They'll go over with them like batting the site and the magazine and all that to make it so that it can hit and reload faster and all.
So accuracy was an issue.
It was.
We could add some sight lines to it. That'd probably help you out. Is there anything else with those plans?
All I've thought of so far, but I'll keep thinking about it and let you know.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Okay, that's a thing.
Aw.
Nothing.
Uh-oh. Are we fighting a Trask? Is that what's happening?
No. All right, and I'm assuming you've got some work to do, or else you wouldn't be coming to me with these plans right away.
Yeah, there's some errands that we seem to need to take care of, especially since we've been asleep for a little over 3 years. If I do get some free time, definitely come by and help out with it. Help out with this.
Aye, I'll give you a pass into Mithnadoon anytime. Even whether I'm the ruler or not. I do expect to get that rulership back, though.
You need a pass to get into Mithnadoon?
Were you those invaders? About 3 years ago, there were two of them. One was a tiefling and one was an elf.
You can't prove that.
He
It's
may
fine,
not
it's
say.
fine.
I'm unclear. I have no recollection of ever invading Mithnadoon.
We had a couple of people sneak in. Reports of what they were. They stayed at a particular inn. We never could identify them,
Crazy.
though. As quick as they came, they also left, so we couldn't figure out who they were.
That's
That
a
is
shame.
But
crazy.
now that your friend Zeroji is making the comment, it seems like a certain elf and tiefling among this party were the ones that made that travel.
I guess we'll never know.
Couldn't have been me.
I've never met a tiefling before in my life.
Is that true?
I think
You-
so.
You realize you're a tiefling, right?
Yes, but I've never met one.
Well, you've met yourself, right?
I would hope not.
You've seen
That'd be kind of
others.
weird.
Have I
You've
seen
seen
other
other-
tieflings?
Yeah, they're not necessarily like extinct. Like they're not extinct or anything.
Okay.
They're just not often basically twins with an Asimar.
They're also not often brought up as NPCs, like
I'm
important ones that come up to you and talk to you.
pretty sure I
Oh,
disguised
isn't
before we
Nameless
went
a
into
tiefling? Is
Mithradoon.
Nameless a tiefling?
Nameless is a tiefling, yes.
So you have
Mhm.
met one.
Okay. I retract that. I've met Nameless.
Wait, you mean the one from Swords of the Rift?
Kind of.
We've had
Complicated.
interactions, yeah.
Oh, she's a wild one.
Yes.
You haven't seen anything yet.
What do you mean by that?
She's a wild one.
She's got an explosive personality.
Eh,
Oh, so a lot like
She
you.
had a mission in Mithnadoon, and yeah, I could definitely tell she has an explosive personality.
She's efficient. I'll leave it at that.
It was weird. Yeah, she did seem to act with some sort of efficiency to her. I don't fully know what you're on about, though. It seems like you've got a bit different thoughts going on about this.
It's a story I can tell you another time in the future. If you're interested.
Sure. I'd be interested. I'm always up for a good tale. Maybe I can spin it into a song. One of the ones my bands can use. Would you be okay with that?
We can discuss that after the story, you know.
I mean, they do heavy metal.
Doo-doo!
That's a okay. Was that was that the king? Did he shout doo doo?
He did now, damn it.
I like this guy.
He's pretty chill, yeah. Mythodoon seems like a cool place. Or at least one of the bands in Mythodoon seems cool.
Wouldn't know. Never been there.
Uh, we were both there when we made that catapult. Don't you remember?
You made the catapult in Mythodoon?
Pretty sure we did.
I helped with the catapult in Mythodoon.
Hey, you gave me a one of your whatever things.
Portents.
Yeah, portents.
Talking about the thing you brought to the shrine?
Yeah.
Because that was made in Larwell, not Mythnadoon.
Okay, I thought
Oh,
that
that
was in
was-
Larwell. I
okay.
didn't think we traveled all the way to Mythodoon.
No.
I honestly, it's all a blur at this point.
Dude, I know you're working hard, but goddamn.
He's exhausted a lot of spell slots today. She's
exhausted a lot of spell slots. And V's just worked his ass off all week.
Yeah.
Still covering for an old lady that refuses to work.
Yeah, she was asking for help again this week.
Of course she was, because she's not going to do the work herself.
Why would you? If somebody else would do it for you.
I think she's legitimately been off of work more than she's been at work this year. Am I correct, V?
Yeah, I think so far it's still at that point.
Yikes.
While you were all deciding over your railgun blueprints, I thought it pertinent to say that a fair few of the community, as well as the various rulers, have decided on a reward for you guys for your most important job of containing the Leviathan, or the World Dragon, as it were.
I'm glad he used the word containing. It makes me feel better.
That sentence went a lot better than I would have thought it may have.
But how that could have gone, I'm just glad we survived.
Well, hopefully this reward will help you survive many more things in the days to come.
Listening.
Money?
A literal procession of servants starts walking out with bags upon chests upon bags
Of money?
of various rewards. All of varying different qualities, all of varying different things. It's just a lot. Like
This-
a lot.
Yeah, this seems like a lot.
Like a lot. It just keeps going, and finally it ends. And so this really long table is absolutely loaded.
So what you're saying is now that we have a dragon in the party, the dragon now has a horde.
I'm sure the dragon already has a horde. Thank you very much.
You
The
already had a
dragon's
horde?
right here.
What the fuck is this sort of answering?
Oh. That one's pretty cool. 33,000 platinum pieces.
And
I'm sorry.
That's a lot of gold.
you also just hear, and a little birdie, or in this case a little bat, told me that you would need some capital for building a base of operations. And she smiles at you guys.
Yeah.
Hey, look, there's a diamond in there worth 1,000 gold pieces.
What? Why is that the thing that you?
The resurrections, man. This
I
party's
thought-
obsessed with them. Every fucking party that I've had is obsessed with being able to resurrect.
Well, I'm sorry. You have good combats. That's your own damn fault.
I guess that's a compliment, kind of.
Sort of answering answer and sort of answering concluder.
Ha.
Who's gonna conclude on people?
Wow, he got himself with that one.
It's funny that we both said it.
I'm gonna conclude.
God.
The concluder is lawful neutral, apparently.
Oh, it's lawful? Shit.
I know
Don't
the
worry.
two things that I want
Answerer
I feel like
is chaotic
you'll
good.
like answerer, I think.
Who, me?
Sword of answer.
And you actually hear King Murgnadesh speak up. Aye, the swords, I dual wielded those, but I could probably scrounge up some other different reward for you if you'd like.
Answerer. Chaotic good. Neat. So what's Fragarak?
I think it'll take time for my current sword to get up to its potential that I'm hoping it can achieve. So I'm definitely not going to complain about these swords as options, though. I'm only going to be using one of them at a time.
I start juggling daggers, which is literally throwing one up out of my hand into my other hand. I think I'm set on swords.
Don't really use swords.
Then Xavier, which one of these two swords would you like?
Not the chaotic one. What? Once again, I'm filling up a fucking pet water at the moment. I believe concluder is actually the one I would be leaning towards.
You're gonna conclude?
uh, the studded leather +3. Gimme.
Spicing up the
At
bedroom
once.
there?
I'm ribbed for her pleasure.
You already were with your ever changing.
Were you spying on us last night?
No, I just have a brain that unfortunately can think.
I have a brain that unfortunately heard the phrase, "Oh, so that's why you were bigger last night."
Yeah,
Uh,
we leveled up. I got more powerful in many ways.
Oh, can you do that thing you do?
No joke. Oh god.
But yes, I would lean more towards the concluder or the amethyst one if there's going by that definition.
So you pick up concluder and he picks up answerer.
Who picks up answer?
King Murgnadesh picks up answerer. And he he goes, 1 second. And he sheaths
Spin.
answerer, and then he just takes off his belt and plops it on the table.
And it falls to the
Why?
ground.
His pants stay on.
Why did he drop his belt on the table?
I'm guessing it's a belt of some kind of strength. Gonna give you the belt, boy.
Wow.
Is my belt in here? 1 second.
Belt of Cloud Giant strength.
That's pretty good.
I think that's a good one, isn't it?
That's decent.
I think it's supposed to be Storm Giant if it's not Cloud Giant.
I've seen worse.
They both exist.
Both do exist.
Yeah, that's one of them then.
Storm is higher than Cloud.
It's Cloud.
It's Cloud.
I just wasn't
Uh-huh.
sure offhand if Cloud existed. I was pretty sure it did, since it was giving me a DMG page and everything, but yeah.
Cloud gives 27th strength.
Oh my god, I could be stronger than my girlfriend. Can I borrow that?
I mean, I assumed I would be the one receiving the belt, but like,
You
No,
are a
no,
glutton
you'll
for
get it back.
punishment.
Don't worry. Just ignore the stains.
Oh my god!
Mm.
And that's what Liz does.
Did you say we still needed to attune to our artifacts, or I guess mine, or is it just a +3 shield now?
Just a +3. No, you don't need to attune to him, since the power is no longer
It's not
worth
part of the
attuning
shield.
for. Yeah,
It's innate. It's more of me. That's my
it's more innate.
just a +3 shield. Yeah, because it does not the source of the power anymore. How else would you like me to describe it?
I think Liz is the only one that still has to attune because hers hasn't gotten the power up yet.
I can carry
Yeah.
it and bring it back. I don't.
Well, that's the problem. Part of Liz's armor is that she can't die with it on.
She has to try to die with it on.
You need help dying?
I'd rather not try to die.
Well, I don't know why you're in a party with us then.
He's got a really good point.
Oh, that's so much strength. Holy shit.
Uh,
I didn't do the math on what a bonus
You know
would
what,
be.
Xavier? Fuck it. I don't actually. This is not a way to, or not me saying the game's over very soon, but I don't actually know how many games are left, and I'm not going to upgrade that belt again. So let's do it. Let's make it a belt of Storm Giant strength.
Pog.
The
I'm
Xavier's
surprised Kit has not jumped on the Cloak of Invisibility yet.
I've got a robe of the Archmagi.
Does that null the cloak?
Well, can I wear a cloak and a robe at the same time?
yeah.
Yes, they're
There are
different
two different
slots.
pieces of clothing, yeah.
All right, yeah. I mean, I will snag that.
The only other option for who I would say might wear it is Fen, and at that point, Fen's like, but I can't roll higher than or lower than a 25 stealth now, anyways.
Yeah, he's already invisible. What do you mean?
With advantage on it. Like I have advantage on stealth.
Anybody
and I
who
can't
can
roll under
anybody who can
25.
see through his stealth roll, it's not gonna matter if he has that cloak at that point.
The only person coming up short here that I can see from this list, which I'm sorry, it was auto-generated except for that belt, is Liz. At the
Liz
moment.
makes all her own shit.
I mean,
Oak of
I know she could still use
invisibility.
items.
Yeah. But it's like, are you gonna find her a new arm? Like, I don't know what she uses for weapons.
Her fists.
Technically speaking, her armor is like the only big slot taken up by something important right now. So she's got plenty of
Like, I don't even know if
manageable slots of magic stuff she could do.
I don't
She
even
just-
know if she holds anything. She just exists.
she does use a shield.
Well, someone has just a +3 shield.
Do you want
they
it?
can give up.
Oh, she's already using an infusion on it, so it's already a +2.
Oh, hang on. Does the Everburning Eye that requires attunement, doesn't it?
Not
Or-
anymore.
No, not
Not
anymore.
anymore?
It's literally in your head.
Sweet.
Well, it's
Literally.
literally a part of you.
Did you message
Actually
me
a part of
changes
you.
to it and I just missed it?
You might have missed the fact that it became a part of you during the game. That it became a part of you.
Okay.
If
I
it
missed
upgraded,
that.
it would have been the level 20 version of it, yeah?
It hasn't. I don't know if I
Or
said
has
has upgraded
his...
yet.
Okay.
I know Fence has upgraded and Xavier's has upgraded.
Okay, so I have enough attunement slots for it. That's all I needed to know. Because right now I've got an amulet of health, the robe, and the cloak.
That
On
amulet of health isn't helping you too much. You still end up with holes in your chest.
yeah, it's true.
Well, it helps
Just-
con saves.
Just for clarification, like the gems on the 2x, the value is for one or for both?
For one.
For one, okay. I'm trying to do math,
Should be for one.
and I'm gonna skip over the diamond.
Lot.
You know what? Now with this belt, my strength save is the same as the lowest save that Liz is going to have eventually. Nice.
Alright,
Wow.
so there's 4 of us, right?
I have done the math.
Yes.
Oh,
Did you do the math?
hello, ear ringing. That I hate that. Ow.
Alright,
Yeah.
how much are we each getting if you already did the math?
That is split 4 ways with the conversion of all the gems apart from the diamond.
Are we selling the gems, or do they need to be used for something?
I'm assuming that we're selling the gems.
That's up to probably Zeroji more than any of the rest of you. Because Zeroji has high enough spell levels that do take other forms of gems besides diamonds. So he'd have to look.
I will say, apart from the diamond, the gems equal 12,000, which comes to 3,000 per person. So if we don't sell the gems, we calculate off of that.
Spells. Manage spells. Spell book. Okay, do I need...
I mean, do we just want to keep them in case you find spells that need them anyway?
I mean, can we just buy powdered ruby? Do we have a powdered... Is one of these a ruby?
I
Star
think
Ruby.
2 of them are.
Star ruby.
One of them is.
Not expensive enough. We can sell it.
Oh,
I need to buy better cocaine there.
got it.
Forked metal rod, force cage, ruby. So more ruby dust. Jesus, I need so much ruby dust. An ointment for the eyes that costs 25 GP is made from mushroom powder, saffron, and fat.
Uh,
I know a place where we can get some mushrooms.
okay.
Yeah. Decorated with gem. A statuette of yourself. Oh, I already bought that. Powder me by crushing clear gemstone. Nope.
Let's hold on to the gems for now until we find a need to use them, or we don't need them and we can just sell them for money.
We
if
don't
get
need
the
them.
money.
Just keep the diamond for, and then sell
Yeah.
the rest.
Okay, so it'd be 9,500 with selling everything but the diamond.
9,500 gold.
Gold, yes.
And how much platinum was it? 85.
8,250.
8,250.
I got a little bit of cash now.
How much are we gonna need for the place?
Yeah, how much? Oh god. How much for the renovation?
Is she in here right now, or does she leave
No,
after we start
she
talking?
she went to prep dinner.
Okay, so we can talk to her about that later.
Yes, but what does the DM say on how much it's going to cost?
Oh, I assume that you would all have to, maybe not the gems per se, but the gold would go to your lovely girlfriend Trishula to help with the renovations.
I do need
While
to make a
she is
couple
quite
spell
strong
component
herself, she will
purchases.
most likely want to hire on a few people.
Understandable, and yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
How do you know about that again? Already?
Well, she has been a pretty rambunctious sort since she's gained her freedom.
True.
That's probably fine.
It's fine.
No concerns.
It's fine. It's only not fine if bodies start turning up.
We know she's a vampire. It's okay.
I assumed that wasn't a hidden information.
Bodies start turning up. It means she's losing her touch.
Ooh.
Yeah, if bodies start turning up, there's going to be a problem.
Yeah, legal fees are a bitch.
Let me rephrase. I'm not going to be cool with it if bodies start turning up.
Bodies won't turn up.
I gotta kill a god.
Damn, they were just reborn too.
A lot of money. That is so much money.
Mm-hmm.
So much.
92,000 gold.
That is the same 1,000 that I am at.
I need to make a couple of purchases. Namely, which plane do we want to go to?
Well, you've
I will
already
leave
got
that up
the-
to your discretion on the understanding that it's going to be one where I'm not going to hurt anybody.
Okay, so probably the astral plane then. Oh god, yeah, we need to go to Arkenton because they're the most likely to have the shit we need to buy.
We're already planning on going to Arkenton.
Right. This is just more reason to go. So 250 GP. I also need powdered
can-
ruby.
We can
Why do
acquire
we
this
need
stuff at a
so
later
many
time.
powdered rubies? Jesus. Why do so many spells take a powdered ruby?
You think that Wizards of the Coast actually balanced the spellcasting costs?
Well, I think that they could come up with something
Other than
like
powdered ruby?
why is it a powdered ruby specifically, I guess is the question.
Why is it diamonds for resurrection?
There's no answer to stop.
Isn't most of the divine stuff use like diamonds in some sort of
Yeah, but that's
way?
not a why. That's just how it is.
Yeah, they probably just picked a
Diamonds are an
gem and
arbitrary choice. Yeah.
diamonds for health.
It's for your health.
these are divine spells. That's white, so diamonds are clear, so it's close enough. So let's go diamonds.
Yep. Can't do rubies for that. That doesn't make any sense.
Wizards cast a lot of fire, so let's go ruby.
Yeah.
If I punch somebody with an unarmed strike, I do 10 damage.
If you punch a commoner with an unarmed strike, their head will blow up
You
because they
just
have like
don't-
8 health.
Don't do that.
You will just pop their heads off.
I
the
didn't
best
say I was
part,
going to punch a commoner. Why is everyone...
if I punch someone, I don't hurt them at all. I deal 0 damage.
Same. Actually, I deal negative damage. They feel better after I punch them.
It's like a pat on the back.
Oh, why didn't you punch the people that needed help? You could have healed them.
What's the wizard doing his best?
He's healing them 1 point at a time.
Zeroji was just all the rest of us were helping in some way, and Zeroji was just looking at a spell list. How can I help? I can do something, right? There's got to be something there.
About Trishula. Fen,
Hmm.
as you are aware, she is indeed a vampire.
Yeah, hadn't noticed.
Really?
So much sarcasm.
So, Lord von Elstein is an oddity among vampires, as are much of his spawn. Her being one of his spawn, but now being of a higher power and, for all rights, his equal, is she's contesting with some feelings as her rise to power is also giving rise to probably more desires that are what vampires are usually known for. It's something that I do believe she will contest with, but it is also something you might want to be on the lookout for.
Oh. Oh.
Don't let your vampire girlfriend eat you while you sleep.
It might be bad for us, so yeah.
I don't think he needs to specifically worry about that. It's the other members of the party that would need to worry about that. As she is trying to rein back her obsessions, turning them back into her normal feelings, your friends she might start treating with jealousy, and she might begin to want evil things for them. But from what I can see currently, she is controlling her desires for this. I feel like her tackling this building of the keep is one such way that she is using to contend with these feelings for you.
Oh. Yeah.
Yep.
She's saying she's a yandere.
Yeah.
I don't think that fits here.
Does it not?
Love turns into hungry obsession while friendship becomes bitter jealousy.
Is that what it is?
Hopefully she can work through it.
They make a magic item for
It's-
that.
It's weird, but they actually do make kind of a cute
Hmm,
couple.
I'm thinking of something else.
Tsundere?
Yeah.
Yes, they are
She's definitely not acting
similar,
like a Soon.
but not the same. She's definitely more of a yandere. Kelsey's a tsundere.
I don't know Kelsey enough to agree or disagree with that.
Neither do I.
Don't know how to exactly rein that in, but lots of tasks.
Most of the girls I have dated have been tsundere or yandere. Don't know if that says more about me or about them.
The only other one that I know of, I guess, I don't know about the one that actually visited, but the one I've heard a story about, definitely Yandere.
High school.
A long time ago.
Years.
Many.
Just something to note. That is most likely why she is trying to keep herself so occupied and why she has not offered to venture with you.
No, I get it. I got it. I understand. Don't know what to do about that.
I'm sure if we ignore the problem long enough, it just won't be a problem anymore.
That's how we end up with a.
In counter to that, make sure when she needs you that you are there for her. For if she isn't, there might be more serious repercussions that might need to become her.
The bright
Develop
side.
telepathy or grab a sending stone on God. Please. Be able to communicate with her.
Yeah, no. How much are sending stone? I'm just gonna buy some right now.
We can afford them.
I think they're in that sheet I gave you guys.
It's what we call an investment in the future.
Yeah.
Dungeon Master tables. Magic
Nah.
tables. No, not magic tables. Nope, wrong thing entirely. Hold on.
Common item.
There we go.
They'd probably make them pretty quick too.
Don't you cut the cost in half for that?
Yeah. For uncommon items, half the time for crafting and or a quarter of the time for crafting and half as much gold.
Item. Sending stones are 2,000.
Yep.
And is that the pair or
It would be for the pair.
for the pair?
Uh,
I'll give.
uncommon is normal crafting time is 2 weeks and cost is 200 GP. So according to 2 weeks, it would take a
Mm,
couple of days and 100 GP.
yeah. I don't know about the 2 weeks though. So.
Well, he said it would be a couple days.
Yeah,
Right.
because it's a quarter of the time, so a quarter of 2 weeks.
Oh,
So
quarter of 2
14
weeks.
days. It'd be like 3 or 4 days.
Oh shit. And only 200 GP.
It's half of that, so 100.
Back in a sec.
There you go.
Well, fuck. God damn.
As far as I am aware, you are making Draywin your small base of operations until things are quite settled with your meetings elsewhere. Trish really did not tell me where all you intend to go. She only said that you will be leaving shortly, which is why I wanted to meet with you to give you your rewards before you adventured out.
We appreciate it very much.
Very much so.
So if you need a few days to make sending stones, then just make this your current place of return, and you'll be able to come back and see Trishula off before she goes to help with the keep.
Good with that. Liz, do you want to be paid for the sending stones?
Just pay
Like-
for the materials and I can make it real quick. Or like a day or two.
Right. I mean, I could toss you 10 gold. I mean, it's fine, I think.
You're not gonna toss her 100 gold since she's making them for
Well,
you.
no, this like paying for the materials. That's a given. It was like 10 gold for the work.
Mm.
Sure.
Okay.
If you want to talk about making money, I think we have our source.
The time. Holy shit. You're real good at making stuff.
Because magic item crafting, up to uncommon, she quarters the time and halves the cost. And so common is normally 1 work week, 50 G. Uncommon is normally 2 work.
Where did you learn your skills, kid?
I learned them from my dad and been working on them ever since.
No, no, no. What you're doing isn't. Your dad was also an artificer.
He was.
Ah. Huh.
I'm back.
As far as I was aware, there was not any artificers outside of Mithnadun, which is. You were a surprise to say the least when I first found out about what you could do.
Yeah, I haven't seen any others, and
It's because there are no others. You are the only one.
That
Again,
would explain
outside
why
of Mithnadun.
that would explain why we haven't encountered any others.
Mm-hmm.
And even in Mithnadun, they're so specialized that they usually only help with our rock concerts.
That seems, you know what, like a really good use.
I'm proud of
we
you,
tend to
Xavier.
think so.
You being able to do quite a bit for those, but then there's also a lot more.
Yes, but there's an issue of skill. Even my own hand at artificery isn't the greatest. You are stronger in the craft than even I am.
You should have seen him when he drank that potion. He was like crazy
She.
for a week. God damn it. She was crazy for a week.
That was an interesting week.
Not once, but twice I had to tell V to make a level 20 character.
Both were used incredibly temporarily.
Get back there. Then it'll be permanent.
Given what comment you made about the belt, I worry for what you're gonna have to pit us up against to get us to level 20 relatively soon.
I've got plans.
I know.
We did go up 2 levels after that last combat.
Yep, we did. And the combat's only gonna get stronger.
Yeah.
You ever eaten a Tarrasque before?
I'm not looking forward to the first time to do it.
Do you want to?
No.
The things Kid attaches to.
Is there, aside from these rewards, anything you wish to ask of us before we made our way out?
Keep in touch. It's really about the only thing we could really ask of our current heroes right now.
That's got a weird ring to it.
I agree. For one of the few times, I do agree with you.
Heroes. Haven't been called that before.
It's not gonna be the last time I worry. Your head can only take so much.
I do.
Probably never on Fenn's list of goals he wanted to reach.
No, that was
where I wanted to end up in life.
How did this happen?
I don't want to be a hero. Heroes have to share the meat.
very weird thing.
If you were curious as to what we were meeting about, it wasn't just to meet with you two. We were talking previously about relations with Endress.
Given the, I'm gonna go with intent, it seemed Dark had on getting a hold of Legion for his experiments. Is he still in charge over there?
Oh, King Dark is most definitely in charge of Endress. In fact, he rules it. While it is a utopia of a sort, he rules his said utopia with an iron fist.
Yeah.
Matches. That makes sense.
If there are plans to invade Endress, let me know.
There are no plans to invade Endress, but there is a potential goal that we could that line you up with. That goal is specifically something that he brought up in our meeting a while ago. When we had met in Larwell, do you remember that he mentioned something about the professor and a laboratory?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was tied to the experiments with Anna, I believe, and where he was going to do this experiments on Legion. Yeah.
We have interest
pretty
in that.
It is pretty unanimous, at least among the ruling parties of each of the cities that cloning, especially of an innocent girl that does not, from what we could tell, seem to want to be cloned, should not be allowed, nor should any research into that continue. So we would like to investigate and/or stop it. And
Same.
we would like a covert team to be able to do so.
Um,
We're not
Sure.
really covert.
last part there is the problem.
We are more of
We
sledgehammers
are a
than we
team.
are a precise knife.
He's the only one that's sneaky and points at Ben.
Do you though? 28 stealth.
Fenn's just hiding under the table.
Pull my hood over my head. Oh wait, I'm not attuned yet. It does nothing.
You just pull your hood over your head and think you're invisible.
You can't see me.
Oh.
Oh,
There's a chance.
there was a chance. I rolled pretty low.
But
Do you
I
not
rolled
replace
very low.
10s in stealth? Or do you not replace under 10 in stealth with 10?
Yeah, I do.
He does. The
I mean,
lowest he can
you
roll is
got a
25.
28 anyways.
Yeah, it was 25
Yeah.
because I rolled a 9
Yeah,
and then a 28.
but you also have advantage, so yeah, it was the 28.
But yeah, we're not the best with covert operations.
Surprisingly little collateral damage to this point, though.
Most of our
To-
interactions have been secluded.
To that part, she looks at where Fen was. Is he gonna come back?
He's still here somewhere.
He just
He's-
does that.
He can
I-
hear us, don't worry.
I pop out next to her.
Oh, good, you are back.
I never left.
To that part, she kind of just keeps talking.
Fair.
How good are you at least remaining covert until you need to be the hammer?
Okay, now
As
are you
in,
talking
could
about
you get
me?
into Endress and at least get within the vicinity we need you to be?
Probably
It depends on the day.
I'm not gonna make any promises.
It could very quickly become a situation where we try to be covert and it becomes not that.
We can
Well-
definitely handle any trouble that comes up.
I gesture to everybody and shrug, and then I point to myself and nod my head yes.
She looks at all of these things happening and she goes, "There are many layers to being covert. It's not just being invisible." Looking at Fen, and it's not just being loud. Being covert means that you can talk your way in. You can do many different things to actually get where you need to go.
We could also
Liz
grease
is
some
able to be
palms.
very convincing.
Able to be a little convincing.
Liz has a very commanding presence.
Liz has a +0 to persuasion.
But Liz also has
Oh.
a rod of command.
Yep.
Well, it's not going to work on everybody.
We'll work on who it matters.
I don't think that's true.
It also only has one charge.
Like, that's not something we can rely on. I have a +8 to persuasion, and we have ways of making that better.
So let's say, and this isn't to happen anytime soon, we're still working out the kinks of this plan.
Huh.
But let's say we were to give you a missive to visit Endress under the guise of needing to visit one of the Anna clones in the lab. Something like that. Do you think you would be able to get in the lab that way?
Yeah.
If
they'd
any of you
go
have
with it.
a better idea, I would be all ears.
We need to have our meeting with Anna.
I'm guessing she's not an Endress.
I'm
I feel like that's
guessing
the
not
last
either.
place she would be.
Yeah, agreed.
But that seems irrelevant to this conversation.
Irrelevant or
It-
relevant?
It might
Irrelevant.
actually be
It's
relevant.
absolutely relevant.
She is probably the one that would have the best
Most
idea.
information going in.
Yeah.
As far as reasoning for getting in there and convincing Bill Whiting to get in there irrelevant. Using her to getting information from her about how to navigate with an Endress, that could
You
be
were
helpful.
right the first time.
Nope.
No, she probably could give us ideas of what would be good cover stories to get into Endress.
As well as information on the lab and how to go in to make sure that it doesn't happen with what.
And from what I could tell, she was very motivated.
It does seem like something she would be interested in.
It was a hastily done plan, but Mina had informed Nina of King D'Arc's plans to take Legion, so
Yeah.
what had transpired was pretty much all a part of our plan, and we were lucky that someone as smart as King D'Arc had fallen for it. I assume it was because he was so close to his goal that he did not care about the repercussions.
On that note, can we, as a group, have a quick side chat? Real quick.
Yeah. What's up?
Yo.
Not within their realm of hearing, unless you want me to just go for it.
I mean, depends on what the subject matter is.
I'm pretty sure I know what the subject matter is.
It's pretty obvious. I'm not being subtle.
There's like 4 different things that could be. We're involved in a little bit of stuff.
And the stuff
Pretty
that we
sure
were
it's-
going to be involved in.
Might be involved with what our trip to the future.
That is exactly what I'm referring to.
What about it?
Are we comfortable with clearing that up and divulging that information to these two?
Oh, at this point now, I think it's safe to do so, yeah?
I think it's important to know exactly the extent of what could happen if Dark gets a hold of Legion.
Yeah. I think that's kind of key here. There was something we left out at the meeting. For reasons being that King D'Arc was present in the meeting.
Yep.
That is directly relevant to King D'Arc. So apologies if it
Seems like it should have been put forward earlier.
brought up, yeah.
It involves our time while we were asleep for those 3 years.
There's a time and a place for everything, and the meeting was not the time or the place. Anyway, actually, you know what? We should probably. Are there other heads of states around so we don't have to say this multiple times, or did everybody go home already?
It's just us.
Yeah, close enough.
I don't think
But
we can go
spread the
for it.
word after you tell us if it's something you want the heads of state to know.
In a limited capacity, but it might be something better for us to tell.
Yeah. Just is anybody around able to hear anything right now that we are about to say?
Can people hear this conversation?
Basically that.
And if so, can we make that not the case?
Also that.
Yeah. We kind of need the room to not have any eyes or ears at all.
Queen Drewa basically casts one of those hut spells just encompassing the room, and
Perfect.
it becomes soundproof. Was it like not Delamute? Someone's tiny hut where you cannot
Lemons?
be heard outside of it. Basically on a scale that encompasses the room and doesn't actually add anything to the room besides a sound barrier. Modified spells, gotta love them.
So, oh god, how'd all this shit start? We pressed a button?
Well, now that we have, now that it's just us, let's tell you a story about the future.
And how we got there, ish.
It's very, getting there was a very different situation. We're not exactly sure how that happened. It involved an item that we retrieved from Delis from the Swords of the Rift. Item that you probably found on our person whenever we got picked up. Not you, but...
Does Liz produce the item?
We still have it.
If she still has it, she'd.
Yeah, you still have it.
And she'll pull it out.
What on earth is that? I'm sorry, what on Gran is that? Oh, I'm
something that has
sorry,
the potential
what
to be
on Valehelm is that? There you go, there's the right one.
You'll
Yeah.
get it eventually. Don't worry.
something that has the
Excellent
potential to be
question.
incredibly dangerous.
Yeah. So when we got the device, we were told that it does this on this button, that it does this on that button. Don't touch that button, and that button doesn't work. We fucked around and hit the button
Found
that
out.
doesn't work, except it did, sort of. And then we ended up 4,000 years in the future. It was 4,000, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
so as far as we understand, we used one button to transport ourselves into a location where we needed to be. In that location, we tried to press the last button that wasn't supposed to work just to see if,
It was a return to
I guess to
home or
see if we
whatever.
were special, And then we all blacked out for 3 years, as far as everyone here is concerned.
Does
Our
that mean you lived 3 years in the future?
We lived
three's a little bit of a short on the scale.
4,000 years in the future.
No,
Our
no, no. I
souls.
mean, you were in the future, like 4,000 years in the future, but you lived out
Oh,
3 years in the future.
no, it was
No,
different.
it was like
It was
2
like a
days.
week and a half,
He
maybe.
he writes a note down and mumbles it out loud. Time travel takes time.
Yeah, it was like 2 days.
That's.
It was like maybe 3.5. I
I
give it
think
3.
it might have been like 3.5.
I thought the day that we woke up and you guys got pulled over was the same day we landed on the ship.
Oh, that was. But then we after
But
we
then we came
died
back.
and came back, we did the other thing before we died again.
I thought that was
Wait,
also
you guys
one
died
day.
twice?
Oh wait, no, we didn't die twice. I lost my hand though, and I look at Xavier or Zeroji.
I died twice, but that's neither here nor there.
You died?
We'll have to talk about it.
Anyway, the main point is that King D'Arc had established a utopia that extended, it encompassed all of Gran, and the rest of the world that Gran resides on, as well as other worlds away from Gran.
Oh, this world was gone.
Yeah, this world was
Well,
just straight up gone.
but he did rule this world before moving
Basically, he
on.
accomplished whatever he was trying to accomplish and established a utopia that spanned across probably galaxies that we're not aware of at this moment.
That's why I was going with other worlds.
Yeah. The most important part. Is there other messages I'm not seeing right now? 1 second. The most important part of what we're trying to say is what we learned in the future was that Legion eventually, Dark eventually became the host of Legion and was able to keep that under wraps for 4,000 years.
And it was actually when he tried to take on Leech that it happened.
Or it was around this time frame we're currently in. So we have a couple options we're looking at.
Both of their eyes go wide, and Queen Drewa immediately says, "That's why Legion let him cast the spell."
Would she have known about this? Or did she think she was capable of?
There had to be a reason she wasn't just annihilating him. Because she was tricking him into capturing her so she could. And King Murgnadesh finishes for her, so that she could gain a new host. It was never about the world dragon? What the fuck?
Not to say that she wouldn't have been able to use the World Dragon to a effective degree.
But yeah, Endgame is for Legion to be hosted by D'Arc, which is why we need to handle the problem in some way, shape, or form, be it killing D'Arc killing Legion or cutting off Legion's source of power.
And we'll call the game there for tonight.
We successfully accomplished approximately 3 things.
Yep.
Hey, don't sell
What?
yourself short. You helped the villagers.
That's one of the 3 things.
Oh, okay. I guess that wasn't included in my 3.
What were your 3?
We got a shit ton of magic items.
Okay.
We have established a fort moving forward,
Mm-hmm.
and we have informed the royalty of shit going on.
3 and 1 are like the same meeting.
Huh?
The third thing you've listed and the first thing you listed are part of the same meeting.
But those are both 2 key events, though. Money is important.
So you have informed them of the plans. We don't necessarily need to call the game there, but you have informed them of the plans. Where do you intend to go with this from there?
That's what we need to talk about. How do we want to handle this? Are we going to go for Legion source of power? Or what?
I mean, I think handling Legion is the most effective option for our current situation. That's not going to be as simple as killing her. It's going to be a multi-layered event. I think removing her source of power is one of the ways of starting to figure out how to handle her.
How do you lads feel about going to the Plane of Souls?
You've brought this up a couple times now.
We
I
we
feel
don't
like
have
it's
a
not gonna
definitive
be-
answer.
I feel like it's
Right.
not going to be as easy as you make it seem.
I
One does not simply walk into the Plane of Souls.
I mean, no, one does not simply walk in. You have to plane shift. Everybody knows that.
We have plane shift.
What are we going to do when we
Uh,
get there? What do we know about it?
I should mention something. While we know of and have done research on the Plane of Souls, there is only one way to enter the Plane of Souls. Well,
I'm sure it's an easy walk in the park, just like
I
a
guess
portal.
2 ways to enter the Plane of Souls.
I'm
One of
assuming-
them
Yeah.
being Legion, who is just a lost soul herself that has gained by far too much power, or the other way, through death. You cannot plane shift to the Plane of Souls.
I'd rather die.
Are we going to have to die again?
I don't want to go
Oh, I
through that
mean,
process. It's a pain in the ass.
since we've died, we might have some kind of connection there that we can abuse.
You've died? You did
I-
mention it, but
At
would you
least
care to
Yeah.
explain?
Violently in 2 pieces.
Suffocation to death, I think, while trying to keep his pieces together.
It involves our souls being in the future. There was a large explosion on basically a vehicle. Sorry, I don't know if vehicles are a thing here.
A carriage in space.
Basically, yeah, a large metal carriage that was in space blew up, and we died inside of it as that happened.
And you had mentioned something about partner souls?
Yeah, so we got dropped into essentially what were us in the future. I'm guessing because the souls were close. They're probably really pissed that we killed their bodies, actually, now that I think about it.
They're
Well,
dead. Also,
yeah, I
we've
don't.
probably changed the future. They might not exist anymore.
Yeah, that's the other thing is the time effect of like that time probably doesn't change by us having, or that time changes because of the conversation that we're having at this point in time.
But we
No.
haven't resolved it yet, though. Is
No,
the thing.
the future has changed because we came back.
Not necessarily, because if Legion still, like, if Dark catches up with Nina, they can still hook up, and, like, Future's still there. It's just, it
Right,
arrives
right.
slightly
But
differently.
Us
We haven't
having this
solved the problem yet.
conversation in this juncture already changes the future. Now, do we solve it? No one knows yet. But here we are. I mean, if we hit the button again, we may find out.
No,
Please don't hit the button again.
Future's not solved yet. Or the future's.
Are you positive that all of you have died in the future and came back?
the bodies our souls were inside of did die. Yes.
You did not come back through resurrection, and the bodies you no longer resurrected in those bodies, correct?
From
I don't
what
know
we
how those two
understand,
came
the
back. We rode a dragon back.
no. In the
Oh.
future, when we died, the way we came back to life, quote unquote, was that somebody of a higher power basically manufactured bodies for us.
Yeah, there was
And
Are
that.
the
drop-
gods in the future?
Not the
Uh,
gods. I don't know about the
Mm,
gods, but I think they know
Look
the
at the
brood, right?
time.
We talked about the brood in the meeting, right?
yes,
AM
they're aware of
question.
the brood.
It was someone from the brood brought us back. Or created us bodies and put our souls into them.
She ponders it for a moment. There is a chance. I'm not sure how time flows in the plane of souls. That's not something that was ever a part of ours or even Arkenton's research. But if your four's other souls are already there, you might have a way to transition to them without dying.
I don't want to think about the logistics of this. My brain.
I'm interested.
I think what she's saying is the people whose bodies we inhabited had their own souls.
No,
But
no,
for whatever reason,
I understand it. I just don't like that I understand it.
yeah.
And it doesn't matter that the deaths happened 4,000 years in the
Well, that's why she mentioned the time thing. She doesn't know how time is affected by the plane of souls.
Timey-wimey, wucky.
Time is fluid.
So it's not.
Water is a fluid. Time is something else.
I mean, yeah.
All right, we'll call the game there because you guys are all at a point.
Well, I'm ready to talk to the lore dragon, but yeah, that can happen next time.
We go talk to the
I've
Lord
got
Dragon.
responsible berries. God damn it!
We go to Arkington. Liz needs to talk to her mom.
I'm really adamant about this. Are you wanting to do it just so you can get Liz in trouble?
A little bit.
Yes.
Yes. Part of me wants to be like, all right, we're off to see the Lord Dragon, and we end up in Riffel. Like, the
See,
fucking
what I was
door.
going to do
Liz.
was I was going to try to use my wings first.
Oh,
Because
Liz does have setting stones, and pretty sure she gave one of them to her mom at some point. When
Think
we were
about
making
that?
all the magic items before.
I'm imagining her like after a few like weeks of not hearing from you or something, like her yelling at the sending stone and someone else like picking it up from your body as we were asleep.
Might have happened.
She yells, and the sending stone is just making noise on the other side, and Vishrip responds.
I guess yeah, we don't know how long it took someone to find our. I guess Bishop would have helped us pretty quick.
Yeah.
Lady, your daughter is asleep. Leave her alone.
He needs to rest.
Who the fuck is this?
I'm a fucking dragon.
Oh no, it's like, oh god, have you seen that one comic where it's the woman, she's just chilling in a bathtub and she ends up calling Satan, and like it's like, Carol, you would not believe the day I had. It's like, I don't know how you got this number, but go on, and it like zooms out and Satan's sitting in a bathtub and they just start chatting.
I've not seen that. That sounds fantastic.
Hang on, let me see if I can find it.
Why is there
Got
just
it.
an L in that picture of Stewie?
Basically, this is what I'm
Dunno.
imagining.
I like how they just gave the devil an eye patch for whatever reason.
Guess
Part
why
of
not?
the day he had.
I think it's funnier that his bathtub have feet.